Water.
Earth.
Fire.
Air.
For the longest time, the four nations have lived together in harmony. Under the wise leadership of Avatar Roku, the world has experienced an era of peace and prosperity unlike any other. But with the recent death of Avatar Roku after his volcanic island erupted, members of all four nations feel the winds and tides of change. With the search for the new Avatar only just beginning, the world seems poised on the brink of conflict. But without the Avatar, who will save the world?
My name is Bree, also known as PrettiPixel, and I am playing Shurva, a warrior from the Fire Nation.
I'm Andrew, also go by Lucifer. I'm playing Firebender that goes by Mako Bao.
Hello, I'm Ali, and I'm playing Oki, a waterbender from the Northern Water Tribe.
I'm Brandon, and I'm Rung-Bolo, an earthbender from the Earth Nation.
Hey, I'm Dave, and my character is Al, the Airbender from the Air Nomads.
And I'm Owen, the Dungeon Master of this ragtag group of members of all four nations. Hello!
How's your day?
Hello!
Hello, everybody. Welcome
Good.
back to the Lost Archives.
good.
It's so lovely to see your faces again. I know it's not been long since I last saw you. It's only been a night for me, because obviously I was running Curse Stride last night, but it's so lovely to see your faces, and we're very happy to be back playing Avatar Legends. Oh, my dog's making an appearance on stream,
I
apparently.
hate it when Andrew's actually awake.
You hate it when he's awake? Why?
He's like so
like it.
obnoxious.
Yeah.
Like instantly.
I like this. What?
So I should say, Andrew and I have been playing
Take the
Grounded.
world.
No,
Like,
it's actually
hours
the
this
opposite.
afternoon.
I'm really sleep deprived right now.
Oh, so this is just
Ah,
like
you come in the other
delirium.
side.
Like I'm on the other side of this. I am.
It's like, is this real? What's happening now? Oh well, I'm here anyway.
What is life?
No, I knew Andrew would be sleepy, so I bullied him into playing Grounded with me for 2 hours before this stream is starting now. So we've been playing a fair bit of Grounded just to help keep him awake. And I mean, we discovered the antlion pit in the sand pit. That kept him awake. then a wolf spider came and got us. That kept us awake. Excuse me, pup. We're streaming. Thank you.
Got a lot to say.
I had a feeling she was feeling a bit antsy tonight. Maybe I shouldn't have let her jump off my lap. Now she's going to go bark at the front door. Well, anyway, look, we're excited to be back. We're here. We're playing Avatar Legends, and it's going to be an awesome session. Now, I have been alerted that the last episode that we did has not gone live on YouTube yet. There is a weird glitch. It's stuck in the unlisted category. I will fix that once I figure out how to. I'm not sure why that's happened. I don't know. It's like locked in there. There was another one from Tyranny of Dragons, which has also been switched to unlisted, which I managed to get like listed again, but it was almost like posting it live again for the very first time. And it's something to do with ones that we go live with on YouTube. So I'm not sure what's happening. I will get it fixed. I think it's just some weird glitch. I don't know.
We just don't want you to know what happened last session.
Well, that's okay. I've got a recap anyway. Nothing happened last session. They literally spent the entire time standing around talking, and then Mako got tingly fingers.
No, that was a couple sessions before.
That was the session before that.
It's every
It
session.
did happen last session.
Things happened last
That is
Bye.
that's every session. Like the past
Mango,
5
you've got
sessions
to
can be
take care
condensed
of.
into one session.
Yeah, pretty much. So I will do a recap, but I will have that
YouTube
session up.
short now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So if you're watching us live tonight, hopefully you watched it last week live as well, so you haven't missed anything. For those of you who are watching recorded, you won't have noticed any problems because I will have fixed that episode by now, and you will have had a chance to
Hopefully.
watch that for a week, and then you can watch this one. No, I will have fixed it by now.
Why are you watching
Please.
by
Now?
That's the
Please.
question. Just watch
Yeah,
it
by now,
live.
by the time you're watching this, recorded.
I'm watching it right now.
No,
Yeah,
but
you
you're
can live
watching
in
it
it.
live. I'm talking about.
Watch this
talking about
and that one as well, but put subtitles in that one.
sure.
Listen to this.
Why not?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Totally won't go crazy.
That's not going to be confusing. So no, this one will be coming out after Easter now because I will be making sure that I get the other one working first. So I hope you had a lovely Easter. If you're listening to this recorded on the podcast or on YouTube, I hope you had a wonderful Easter. A bit of a chance to rest, relax, recharge, and devour as much chocolate as humanly possible. If you haven't put on 2 kilos from raw chocolate consumption alone, I think you need to go back and do Easter again. Just as a heads up. Unless there's some part of chocolate you're allergic to and can't consume, in which case then commiserations, that shit. That's unfortunate.
More.
Or you're banished to white chocolate. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
that's not
just-
even chocolate.
look.
That's not even chocolate.
I actually
Yeah.
can't eat white chocolate, but it's my favorite.
They tried
No,
calling
no.
it caramel milk. They don't change anything. We know what it is.
Hacker white chocolate for your favorite is the worst.
Because it's so sweet.
My chocolate's pretty good.
Dark
So much
chocolate all the
sweet.
way.
No, dark chocolate's if I'm depressed.
Dark
So I
chocolate's if
eat
I'm
a
trying
lot.
to convince myself it's healthy.
So I eat a
Yeah,
lot of dark chocolate.
That's me, Bree. That's me as well.
You get that 95% dark chocolate, and you
Oh,
go,
it's
"I'm never
so
doing
good."
it again."
Oh, it's
No,
so
I buy
good.
dark chocolate with the like intention of eating that instead of normal chocolate and being like, oh, so healthy, and then I give it to my nan because only old people like that shit.
What? Dark chocolate's the best.
Get your
Let
Nancy
us know in the
salted
comments
licorice.
below what your favorite type of chocolate is. White,
dark
milk,
chocolate.
dark, or if you've got a really random one that you don't think people
Top
know
deck.
about. Yeah, top deck's not that random. It's just white and milk. Let's not get too
Exactly.
Whoa.
Exactly.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Dark chocolate.
Crazy.
excited. I like to buy all three types, mix them together, and just end up with only milk chocolate because technically mixing white and dark chocolate would just make milk chocolate.
Yep.
Ooh.
Uh,
Pretty
No,
sure if you
but
do
okay.
that, that's how you become the
Yeah,
Antichrist.
no.
Look, we've already. Do you know what though?
No, that
Chat's
doesn't happen.
already agreeing with Archie that white chocolate's their faves. Look, there you go.
Yeah.
It's not as controversial
There's
as you think.
nothing better than a Milky Way.
White
Yeah.
chocolate is
That's
not
a big.
chocolate.
No,
There's
Milky
nothing
Bar.
better than a
Milky
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 Bar.
Bar.
Milky Bar.
Nothing better.
Okay, a dream is better than a Milky Bar.
A cherry
Alright.
ripe.
A bounty is better.
A cherry ripe.
Cherry wraps
This is
disgusting.
devolved
Cherry wraps
into
are
chocolate
good.
talk. All right,
Cherry
that's it.
ripe is
Time out.
Cherry
Chocolate
ripe is
talk.
good.
Chocolate talk's done.
Turkish delight also up there.
Okay.
Turkish delight is so good.
Turkish delight is what's left in the box when no one else wants it.
That's why
Yeah,
I eat it.
That's why I eat it.
Delicious. That's the best. And
People
I'm
only
a,
like
I'm a
Turkish
human
delight
garbage can, and I
to
consume
show
what
they're
other people
different.
would throw out.
And rum and
So
raisin.
it turns into a
also
sad story about
Turkish.
Rum and
childhood
raisins
where it's
are
just
awesome.
like, you can't have the good chocolate.
I mean, we could go there if you want, but I think we want to play Avatar.
We are going to play
We should.
Avatar tonight. I don't like. In the comments below, let me know what your
Yeah,
favorite
let us
chocolate
know-
type
let
is.
us know
Are
why
you?
eat
Are
Real-
you?
the
We're going to split it
chocolate
into
that
people.
nobody likes.
Are you team Aquila, i.e. you like white chocolate, and you need to go see a psychologist for professional help? Are you team Andrew?
That's a separate issue.
No.
That is true. Are you team Andrew? Team Andrew, which is you like milk chocolate and
And
No,
you need
no,
to
no,
go see a
oh no, sorry,
psychologist.
you like dark chocolate. The darker the
Dark
better.
chocolate, thank you.
Like his soul, black is his soul. Or are you team Bree, who just seemed? Oh, no, sorry, I should say, are you team Brandon, who seems to prefer milk chocolate, or are you team Bree, who's just happy to slide up and down the spectrum of chocolate and enjoy all different flavors from the sounds of it, Bree? Would that be fair to
What
say?
can I say? What can I say? I'm easy in life and in chocolate.
The only reason I'm laughing, so for those of you who don't understand the context, I was laughing. There's a
I know,
long-running gag.
understand.
There's a long-running gag on our private server. Whenever anyone says "I'm easy," everyone goes, "Yep." So it
Because
is-
it's one of the only things I say all the time, and people always just go, "Yeah, we know."
We know. It's
And
okay.
it's like, fuck off.
It's funny.
Don't
One of the
tell
ones I
us
got
every
paid out a lot
second.
with by my girlfriend's family. I didn't realize this was a weird thing. Apparently, this is something more Queenslander say, which is whenever anyone asks, "Oh, do you want this or this?" Like, "Oh, no, I'm perfect. I'm okay." Apparently, that's like an escalation of "I'm good," and if you say "I'm perfect," you deserve to be teased for it. I didn't know this,
Yeah.
so I've been saying it my entire life.
Imagine having that ego.
But it's not like.
Imagine-
but it's more
imagine
like.
saying,
It's more
"I'm
like I'm
perfect."
so happy in this moment. You don't need to provide me any more service. You've already achieved the top level of service. Like there's nothing else I need to be happy. I've achieved enlightenment and perfection in one go. But rather than saying all of that, I just go, "Yeah, mate, I'm perfect."
I just say
Yeah, so yeah.
no stress a lot.
Perfect. Oh,
I definitely don't
No stress, no
kiss
worries,
my
no
muscles. A, I don't have any, so joke's on you.
shit.
And B, I'm pretty sure if I tried to bend my arm that way, it'd
If
fall
you don't have
off.
any muscles, how do you stand?
Yeah, it's like technically impossible.
I enjoy white blood chocolate and bloodbenders who live in the grey area, so I guess I'm Team Aquila. Yeah, that is Team Aquila. Like, there is no other way. This is the way. Alright.
Even though do
No,
it.
wait.
This is the way.
Just real
Got a
quick before we
fan.
finish the chocolate talk, though, can
Oh, no.
we all agree that American chocolate is the worst?
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna-
100%.
I wanted to
It's 'cause
say
it's-
sorry,
hands
American.
it's 'cause it's
Hershey's is
compound.
chocolate, but I didn't know if that
Yeah,
would be
it's
default.
all-
Yeah, it's all compound chocolate, right? Isn't that the issue?
Yeah, it's all
Mm.
shit chocolate. Yeah.
Mm.
There's like no sugar in it or whatever. It's
No
just
flavour.
gross.
It's
There's
very
sugar. There's like 3 ingredients in chocolate. It's cocoa, sugar, and like milk and / cream. Like what?
Yeah, but they do something
There'd
wrong.
definitely be
Yeah,
sugar
but
in there.
they
They do it
just make
wrong.
wrong.
Because
It's
Very
actually-
powdery.
I've made-
It's somehow very powdery.
I don't
They
actually
use
had
When I
it.
was in America, I made a
Sugar.
sandwich, and their bread tastes like sweet bread, like sugar.
Yeah.
No, I know that. It's because of the
Their
flour.
bread is cake, but
it's the it's the
their
flour they
chocolate
use.
is disgusting.
Isn't it like a bitter flour strain, so they have to sweeten it to make it
They have
edible?
to sweeten it. Yep.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
knew about
that's
the
strange.
flour one, the bread issue.
But everything over there is just a mess.
Commiserations,
They have to keep
America.
their eggs
You heard it
in
here
the fridge.
first.
Americans, we
Sorry,
love you.
guys.
They have to
Andrew's
keep their
spoken.
eggs in the fridge because
Ruby.
they like get rid of all the coating on it because they're like afraid of it being unclean or something because they're brown.
The what?
Eggs,
I thought you said the codeine. They removed the codeine.
the coating on the egg.
So when I came back from the dentist,
You need to
he just
spend
described me
less
a full pack of
time.
eggs.
I feel like we are very off topic.
Guys,
If
we
I
got some
may,
codeine?
if I may
You got
grab
some
the
codeine?
ship's wheel and steer us back towards the plot
Yeah,
for a moment.
so-
And the
Daylight
other way.
savings.
And the other way.
Dun,
whoa!
dun, 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 dun.
Andrew is right. America is a mess.
In that case, you didn't hear it here first. Apparently, this is common knowledge. Sorry, America.
Have you
Like,
seen
that's,
what's happening over there? Jesus.
Yeah.
it's been going on for a while. I was going back and listening to an old episode of Tyranny of
And France
Dragons to edit it back, where I think I called it "Make the Swamp Great Again," and it was during a very interesting period of history where America had a certain president, and there was an encounter at this swamp with a whole bunch of grungs, and so I had the grungs in the middle of a political upheaval where they were being essentially like taken over by a very charismatic but piece of shit grung. What did I call it? I think I called him Drumpf. I was really not very subtle. We had a lot of fun. It was a fun stream.
Greatest Trump.
Yeah.
I did that too for one of our sessions.
Yeah, you did. You did. Yeah.
Farblex
Yeah.
Spatter Drumpf, I think I called him. Because
I
in the
can't
original
remember-
it's
what
Farblex
was it
Spatter.
for?
We went
It was-
somewhere and it was very on the nose, but
It was very on the nose,
wall.
yeah. Was
It
it?
was just, I want to build a wall, and everyone's like, no, don't build a wall. And he goes, I'm going to do it anyway.
But you can't
Oh,
afford to
your
build
money
a
to
wall.
do it.
And you can't build walls
Would you-
through rivers, and it's not that simple. Well, I'm going to build it anyway.
Was it-
Fuck you.
Did you do it for
Fine,
Tomb of
stop me.
Annihilation or for
It would have
Saltmarsh?
been Saltmarsh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Well, it
module,
was
Ghost of
very-
Saltmarsh.
yeah.
Very good module.
Oh
It was
yeah.
fun.
Very
It was
good.
Very fun. That's how I met Andrew.
Oh.
Ew.
I always
You
assumed
regret
that
it?
you must have like bumped into him at some sort of like science exhibit or like some sort of like
Yeah, I was the exhibit. He just came to.
yeah like,
He said, come
like
look at this exotic animal. And I was
you
like,
know
oh,
you know how
gross.
there were traveling menageries back in like the 16th and 17th century where a whole bunch of British people would go over to India, capture every animal they see, come back and be like, "Ooh, we have here the wondrous creatures from the jungles of India," as if it was some like crazy thing. And it's like, oh, it's a squirrel that they've like found here.
Camel.
Oh, they've glued things to it. I see.
Nice. Yeah.
It's a squirrel. They glued a python to its back. Cool.
Cool.
Wonders of the ancient world.
Wonders of the Far East. It's like, thank you, Brits. Yeah, I always assumed that's where you found Andrew.
Nah,
Just-
some random.
It's owned by
Random
yeah,
Facebook group
English
for D&D.
aristocrat.
Yeah.
We definitely need to do something with the menagerie in not D&D, menagerie in Avatar Legends. I'll get to work on that right now. Traveling menagerie.
Yeah, thank
Cool.
you.
That'd
Bring it
be
in.
a lot of fun.
Just bring it in today.
Menage a trois.
All right. Yeah,
Yeah.
easy.
I mean, you got plenty of time. We're just gonna be
Nice.
sitting here talking for the next 30 minutes.
Yeah, you got heaps of time to
Yeah,
work
I
on
still
it.
need to Google what a menagerie is.
Oh,
So
Brandon, I would, but I don't know how to spell it.
I'm gonna guess MENAJIERI.
MEN
M-A?
menagerie.
MEN.
Menagerie.
It's a French word. Essentially, it's like a circus or display, a traveling circus or display where you show off animals and creatures that you've picked up around the world.
Mm.
It's very much out of fashion now because of how grossly treated the animals were, being traveled around from place to place and kept in cages all the time. Super, super unethical, which is why we know the British invented it during the 16th and 17th century. Yeah.
Looking at some old
It's
photos, I
classic.
see some people with canes and French outfits
Yep.
looking at cages of lions lined up against the wall.
Yeah,
Yes,
it was
incredible.
it was one of the classics at the height of the British imperialistic period of
did
time.
you spell
Like,
it correct?
No, I just got paid.
Oh, okay.
All right. Let me do a recap for last session, and we will jump in. I almost forgot for podcast listeners. You won't see Dave's face tonight because Dave is not. Well, you won't see his face anyway because you're listening to a podcast.
Yeah,
but
podcast aren't
you
gonna
won't hear
see
his
anything.
voice.
Why
You won't
is
hear
it a
his voice
podcast?
either.
Come watch us live.
Yeah.
Well,
Go
also
back in
some people
time
might
and
not
watch this
be in the
live.
same time zone, so like it might be a bit hard. But for those of you who are watching on the
Daylight
podcast,
savings changed.
So obnoxious.
that's just affecting New South Wales and Victoria and Queensland. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. For those of you who are listening to the podcast, you won't hear Dave's voice tonight. He couldn't make it tonight, unfortunately. But I do have some good news. If you did want to get your Dave fix this week, he is actually joining us tomorrow night as a guest on the Return of the Giants campaign. So if you did want to see Dave, you can come and join us tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, exactly the same time it is now, and we will be running our brand new D&D 5th edition campaign, Return of the Giants. Archie's raising his hand. I don't know why he's doing that. We're not in class.
It's actually 7:30.
No, but we started at.
This is exactly the time it is now.
Will Twitch viewers hear his voice? Twitch viewers will not hear his voice.
they will
because
hear
it's
his
not-
voice if you just listen, close your eyes and listen hard enough.
If you listen to the voice in your heart,
Yeah.
normally that's the same voice as Al.
But Twitch viewers will see
Yeah,
his
actually-
face.
They will.
Yeah.
Just
we don't
grayed
actually
out.
need
without
Dave
any
or
movement.
anyone anymore. We've now hooked up ChatGPT 4 with Whisper AI and cloned his voice, so you can just like read the prompts and just exactly what Dave would do.
Could we genuinely do that?
I
Yeah,
can't
you
even
can
get an
actually- it's
account
actually
on
a big thing now.
ChatGPT,
Scammers are doing
so
it.
I've already got one.
I've already got one.
I
Got
can't
one.
sign up. It won't let me.
No, you just put your email.
What about YouTube
I
frogs?
tried.
Are you on a list somewhere? Are they blocking you for a
Probably.
reason?
It just keeps saying sign up doesn't work. I just want it to do my uni work for me. Like,
I'd be a bit
I'm
careful
kidding.
about
I'm
submitting
kidding.
it.
I'm
Okay,
kidding.
just check it because they're already on that. Don't worry.
I'm not even at
I'm
uni.
kidding. haha.
I'm doing tech.
Oh my god, amazing. Chat, you crack me up.
Hey,
I love you, chat.
doctor.
All right, previously on Avatar Legends, our story has been following Shurva and Mako of the Fire Nation, Rung of the Earth Kingdom, Aquila of the Water Tribe, and Aal of the Air Nomads, because you weren't fucking shutting up, so I had to just talk over the top of you. With the recent death of Avatar Roku following the eruption of his volcanic island home, I'm not doing that voice anymore, omens of war and conflict seem numerous. The team are currently on the trail of the 4 elemental spirits in an attempt to calm their rage and undo the damage done by a careless wish made of the whale spirit of the Sea Wong Desert, Tuathanon. After locating and appeasing the Arctic fox spirit of the Northern Water Tribe, this bodes well for tonight if I can't even get through this sentence, the group have travelled south past the walls of Ba Sing Se and the Eastern Air Temple. Learning that the Sky Bison spirit has surrounded itself in a brutal storm, the group took a moment to train and prepare. Mako, Shurva, Rung, and Aquila stumbled across a kidnapping plot during this time. A librarian who had been archiving the recent births and deaths in the air temples had been taken by a sect of air nomads called the Guiding Wind. Suspecting that this group were now after the identity of the new avatar and captured this man for that very purpose, the group are keen to search for the lost librarian now that they have dealt with the Sky Spirit. That's right, last session, the group travelled by Sky Bison to the Storm's border, the experienced airbenders using their bending to hold the powerful winds back, allowing the group to push through into the eye of the storm. First facing off against some Sky Sharks, the group were then able to find the Sky Bison spirit. However, a massive discharge of lightning from the Bison sent the team through into the Spirit Wilds. Making their way back to the Bison spirit, the group were attacked by Yavu, a dark spirit the group had encountered in the north, and a spirit who had a bit of a vested interest in Aquila's bloodbending. Just when things seemed dark, a red dragon swooped in and helped drive the spirit back. Riding it was none other than Avatar Roku, who with the help of the team was able to seal Yavu in a clay pot. Travelling back through the rift, Shurva and Mako calmed the Sky Bison spirit. And last session, the group debriefed with Sister Tucker, discussing what they had experienced and learned. With the Sky Bison spirit calmed, Mako and Shurva have noticed some lingering effects, and given Aal's similar experience with the fox spirit, the group now suspects something is going on, some connection with these spirits and those who calm them, providing new abilities, new skills. We ended last session as Mako finally connected with his lightning bending, summoning for the very first time genuine lightning. That's right. As Shurva also found herself exhibiting something that looked almost a little bit like bending. Gusts of wind coming off her whip.
Okay, I clearly.
You
missed
went there
last
last session. Yeah.
I thought you guys played Grounded instead of playing Avatar.
No, we did Avatar.
There's ruse.
No wonder I'm so confused.
So we
Don't
ended
worry,
last.
this much.
Because it's not even up on YouTube yet for me to watch.
No, but it will be now. If you're listening to this recorded, it will be. So, just wriggling out of that one. So we ended last session as all of you went to bed and had a long rest, chance to rest and recover. All of you may now go through a level up, potentially. We're going to go through the questions and see if you have earned a level up. So
I'm behind, so this is good.
fantastic.
I'm
So
behind.
to
Because
level
I'm not really good with my questions.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah.
You okay there, Archie?
Dad.
Hello. Oh god, why did I answer to that?
Daddy.
I haven't done this before.
That's okay. I'm going to talk you through it. Don't you worry. So,
All right.
Daddy
Thanks.
hasn't done this before.
Thanks, Dad.
no. So, here's how it works when you take a level up. We're going to go through and ask you some questions. Now, some of these questions are specific to each of you. Some of them are specific to your playbook. Some of them are general questions that are asked of everybody. So we'll go through the general questions first, I think, and then we'll go through the specific questions for each of you.
Okay.
Who would like to go first? Don't all
Sure.
speak up at once. Fucking hell.
I'll do it.
I think it should not be the person who doesn't know what they're doing, if that's okay.
I spoke first.
Snaked it right
Yeah,
out of me.
that's fair.
Bree did speak up.
That's very true. So let me quickly pull open these questions. Just go through. I'm just pulling it open from the main book because I realized last time we did this, we did it from the quick start guide because this hadn't been released yet. So now we're doing the full advancement, I think, for the very first time. So here are the questions. First off, did you learn something challenging? Uh-oh, what have I missed?
Nothing.
No,
Okay,
nothing.
thank God. Did you learn something challenging, exciting, or complicated about the world? I would say all of you did, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
single one of you. Yes.
Yeah.
Did you stop a dangerous threat or solve a community problem?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. 100% yes. No doubt about
Yeah.
it.
Mr.
Big
Library.
lion, dude.
No. So I would say, did you learn something challenging, exciting, or complicated about the world? Probably the guiding wind
Mr. Library.
and that
Hmm.
no moo is that.
Yep,
Is
Mr.
that-
Library.
And the
We also learnt some more information from Roku about his passing,
yes, you did.
which is not something that's common knowledge at
No.
this time.
No. As far as you know,
No.
you and Firelord Ozai are the only people who know how Roku
We can't really
died.
do anything about it though, because like, who do we tell?
No one would
Everyone.
believe you either way.
Yeah.
The last question I have is, did you guide a character towards balance or end the session at your center?
So I didn't end the session at my center, but
Oh yes, Sozin, not Ozai. Thank you, chat. I did mean to say Firelord
Better.
Sozin. Thank you.
did I help guide anybody? We haven't really done anything without balance.
Good news is you've still got specific questions, so you only have to get to
Yeah.
4. You only have to have 4 ticks. So all of you so far have 2.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
So
I only have one specific question, so I'm not getting this.
Yeah, that's
well,
my
let's
problem.
hang
as
on.
well.
Let's think through this. Did you end at center, Bree?
No. I
fuck.
am literally like so close to falling off the edge here.
The Fire
Okay,
Law,
that's
the
fun.
Fire Gang is not looking great.
Okay, let's hang on. Let's have a quick think. 'cause
I'm
it has been a
joining you
while
guys,
since the
don't
last
worry.
level up. Did you ever guide a character towards balance or end the session at your center?
Guide a
I would say
character
you probably
towards
have.
balance.
I would say that you have tried to. Andrew's shaking his head, which is hilarious. I would say that you probably have tried to work on, like keeping the group on target, especially in the couple of sessions that led up to
Was it?
the sky
No,
pass.
it was that tried to put me towards center.
Dave
He added
specifically did
more-
do a call out to.
He added more age to his name.
No, that was
Oh.
I'll lose
Sad
6 days
info.
now.
I think he failed though, but like he did try to balance me.
So I
think I
should-
tried really hard to mend things with Archie and
Yeah.
help him out with stuff, but
Well,
I
more-
don't
more
think I
Aquila,
so much helped
'cause,
with. Sorry,
I mean,
yeah.
Archie
Aquila.
we still don't really want to associate with Archie, but Aquila you have made efforts with. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was more around like conditions than balance. I don't know what his balance is to know if that would have.
Dead
Yeah,
center.
but what are your options?
What are you tied between?
Action. Forgiveness.
Yeah, maybe.
It probably sounds like you did try to guide him towards forgiveness. I'm
Yeah.
tempted to give each of you. So for obviously Aquila's at center anyway. Rung, are you at center?
I am not.
Okay. Have you tried to guide a character towards center? It's a good question. I'm almost tempted, and this is a little bit homebrewy. I'm almost tempted to add another question to ask of each of you.
Do you forgive Aquila?
No, I was more thinking like, have you sacrificed your own personal goals in lieu of the group, in trying to help further the group, or have you demonstrated a selflessness to help further the group's goals? I almost would be tempted to have that as a fourth question.
Basically, like have you actually tried to actively help someone else in the group?
Yeah.
Outside of yourself, because that's something we're all really, really bad at.
Yeah, I would, and also I would also say that's a very good question to kind of ask to help you guys along the journey. So I am almost tempted to add that as another growth question. One of the things they said is that you can add growth questions as you need, or change the growth questions to suit your play styles and your groups. I would be tempted to add that one, actually.
Yeah.
I feel like it makes sense,
for us-
because it's easy for us to get into our own world and be like, we're doing this, but it's like, oh, we do something to help another member of the group or someone else we meet. Like,
Yeah.
I feel it's really good.
And like lately, our combats, we've all kind of tried really hard to buff each other up.
Yes, absolutely.
Like
one of the things
remove fatigues and
I was gonna say, one of the things I've noticed is you guys are becoming much more cohesive in combat situations and also in like the general play sessions as well. So I'd be tempted to give you all a tentative tick on that, but we'll go through the playbook questions as well. Oh, hello.
Cool. I'm still on 2. That one does not apply to me.
Probably not.
I have not done any.
you've accepted our buffs.
I've accepted the buffs. I have not given any. I have not. Anyway.
That is a good point, actually. So, the next thing we need to do is go through each of your playbooks. So, let's do Shurva first. So you are playing the Guardian, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So, your specific question, I think I can just pull it open here really, really quickly, unless you've got it open already.
I have it.
Ah, brilliant.
So it's, did you pursue a desire or goal of your own outside of protecting others?
What do you think, Bree? Has Shurva pursued a goal outside of protecting others?
I feel like she has kind of strayed away from actually just being protective all the time. I feel like she's done a lot more teamwork rather than save people. And
that's and the Sky Bison spirit, I mean, you really put Shurva out there in a position where she couldn't protect the others, where her main focus was just keeping this...
Play a bowl.
Yeah, ensuring the singing bowl stays active and ensuring the Sky Bison can hear it.
Putting so much trust and faith in the rest of the team to do their parts instead of... Yeah.
Yep, I would absolutely argue that is an absolute tip. I
pursued my musical desires.
Exactly. Now, Andrew, you are playing the Idealist, correct?
We are so doomed here.
So, the Idealist, your growth question. Let's have a quick look.
Me and Andrew have the same, I believe.
Yeah, we're both.
Oh, you're both the
like,
Idealist. Okay,
we're not
amazing.
looking good.
Who would like to read out your growth question?
Did you improve the lives of a community of average citizens or help an ordinary person with their problems? Now, I think that we went and looked for Mr. Library, which would have helped the community.
We didn't save him though.
But we attempted to improve the lives.
You know what though?
Are you forgetting the Sky Bison?
The what?
The Sky Bison.
No, we've already copped that one. We've already used that one. We can't use it again.
Why not?
Yeah.
Fine.
What? Don't take an advancement.
I was gonna say connecting the dots with the date of birth.
Figuring out that the guiding wind were behind it and that they were also trying to locate the new avatar. I'd say that counts.
I
brought to light a new threat.
Yeah.
I did not use bloodbending on anyone.
That's true.
Improving the lives of people.
You didn't. That's true. Right. You didn't do bloodbending on anybody. Alrighty.
You've had so many times to do it and been goaded into doing it so many times.
People have told me to do it, and I said
no. You still said no. The Hammer, Rung, your question. You got it, or do you want me to read it out loud?
Did you make progress towards your goal against your adversary?
That's a good question. Rung,
have an
have you made
adversary?
progress in your goal against your adversary?
Now I gotta Google
I would
another
say
one.
my adversary was it Yabu, was it? His name, if I had that right.
What?
He was an adversary.
What? Who did you set as your adversary?
Well, it was quite a while back.
And you didn't write this down.
You put it as Pung?
Pung is still listed as your adversary. So here's the situation. You can change your adversary at any time you mark a condition or at the end of a session. When you do, choose an appropriate goal. The GM shifts your balance twice to match your new adversary and your new goal. And when you successfully accomplish your goal and defeat your adversary, take a growth advancement, choose new adversary. Have you made any progress
for a while?
made any progress fucking up? Pung?
Well, mentally, yes. Physically, no.
You want to count to 3.
Against Yavu, I was there in the tentacles and everything the other day.
I
I've
will
been meaning to
allow.
ask you that for a while. Could I just swap it? I was just
Oh,
like,
you've been meaning
there's
to.
no plan out.
Okay.
He just
Okay.
had to
Yeah, I'm sure.
No.
Because I am an unbelievably nice person, I am going to allow
Merciful
you
God.
to have changed your adversary to Yavu. And what was your goal for Yavu? Did you want to capture him, discredit him, dispose of him? Oh no, sorry, depose him, restrain him, expose him, or exile him?
It'd be exile. Just like he
Exile.
just disappears into.
Oh,
the
that's
spirit
convenient.
world.
That's
I
exactly
don't know
what
if
you've
you
just
can kill him.
done.
Foresight,
fine.
right?
That's absolutely fine.
I don't know if you're able to kill a spirit. I don't know if you. I don't know.
Well, luckily, Avatar Legends doesn't offer kill as one of the options.
Stab.
So,
That.
I will say that is a dirty great tick for Rung in that case. And now you have to pick a new adversary, which we're going to pick right now. Rung, who's your new adversary?
Could it be Sozin?
I mean, it could be
Feels
Sozin, but that's going to be a
It
tough
feels like
one.
It's a bit of a lofty goal.
Yeah. And what would
Feels
be
like
your
the
goal for
lofty
Sozin?
one.
Are you hoping to depose Sozin? Because I do have a bit of a spoiler for you. You're not going to succeed.
You're gonna do,
Because we know the canon of the show.
Could it be exposed though? It's a killing Roku. Could be.
Keep in mind,
Do that. It's a big one. That's a BHAG. I think we leave that for later.
That's a
That'd be
wasp.
hag.
That's a wasp nest.
that's a bear wasp. That is
Yeah.
something huge and horrifying and dangerous. And
I don't like the animals of our
Big
world.
wasp.
Bumble bear coming after you.
I like Bumble Bear. That's
I
a
don't
great
know who would.
Oh, that's a good one.
Thank
Yeah.
I don't know who would be an adversary for right now.
The guiding wind.
Well, yeah, actually, you're right. You're right. All right.
So are you gonna?
Oh,
So your
guiding
plan is to go
wind.
up against the entire guiding wind. Am I hearing that correctly?
Yeah, I think that's what he said.
Do we know who? I'm trying to remember the name of the dude who stole Library Man.
You actually don't know the name of the person who took Nomu.
Yeah.
But you know what he
Adversary.
looks like? So,
You could also just do the easy way out and be like, the fire spirit.
If you wanted to, I would say that you could have your adversary be the members of the Guiding Wind who kidnapped Nomu. Because you don't know their names, but you know who
Make
they
it
are.
more specific.
vaguely. Yeah, make it more
Yeah.
specific.
Because you're
the
not going to bring
kidnappers.
down the entire secret organization, but you might be able to take down the couple of people that you know did us wrong.
Yeah.
A good pamphlet can do a lot of things.
Library Man. What?
A good pamphlet can bring down the. Bring them
Members
down.
of the Guided
Just
Wind who kidnapped Library Man.
Okay,
And
and what do you want to do
going
to
to-
them? What's your goal? With them?
I'd like to expose them
Banish.
as people who did it.
Great. Already.
Banish them from the land.
So, what's your balance between Rung? Your balance is between force and care. I am going to shift your balance twice towards force.
I don't think.
I've gone full force, everyone.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't know what happens with it, like full force. It's just too much power.
If you're in a situation where your balance gets moved again, you become unbalanced and you fall
Yeah.
out of the combat. If it is combat or the situation, you lose control.
I feel like we need to put
Yeah.
more
background.
emphasis on our balance, like shifting our balance when things
Getting it
happen that canonically would work. Because I've been in the same spot for so long.
Yeah, I think that's something I can do a bit better as well. Is like say, all right, you also need to shift your balance in this direction or that direction, and I can get better at that too. And you guys can also comfort each other and help shift your balance and do there's a move that lets you shift balance. I think it's literally just called shift balance. Yeah.
I think that's, yeah.
Call someone out, deny a call out, live up to your principle. Yeah. So there's things we can do with that. Alrighty. And obviously when Dave gets back, we will level Arl up as well. But for those of you who are playing...
He wasn't here, so he doesn't get to.
Oh, he doesn't get it. Oh, that's a shame for Dave. For those who are playing along at home, Arl is playing the Bold, so his question that he has to answer is, did you seek support or guidance from others? That is a big fat yes for Arl. He definitely sought support
He
and
always
guidance.
goes and talks to people.
Does, constantly. Alrighty, so you guys all awaken the next morning. The sun rising high over the mountains towards the east, casting a warm, soft light that shines in through the bedroom windows. As you awaken, pack your gear and head down to meet up with Arl, who has gotten up a little bit earlier to go check on Mango. You can see that the temple is quiet and sleepy. The threat of the Sky Bison spirit now gone. It looks like a number of the air nomads are taking a late morning, taking a bit of a chance to sleep in, to relax. Yes, sorry, Archie, what's your question?
So did we level up?
Yeah. So what that essentially means, sorry, I forget you haven't done this before. Apologies. Sorry, mate.
Just like waiting
Sorry.
and then
Sorry.
just
So
saying the story, and I was like, oh, so
Sorry.
that's what I do.
So what happens is, once you've taken the growth, you can do a number of things that you can do a couple of different things. So now that you have a growth, you can take a new move from your playbook. You could take a new move from another playbook. You could raise one of your stats to +1, but you can only go up to a maximum of +2 in your stats.
Okay.
You could shift your center one step, or if you're already at your center, you can unlock your moment of balance, which is a special move that you can do.
Okay. So I'll just pick one of those.
So you pick whichever one of those you want to do. So in this case, the moves are often quite helpful, but if you're finding that your rolls are a little bit lower, it can sometimes be very helpful to give yourself some pluses.
Yeah, I think I'll give myself a plus. All right. Thanks, Dad. Thank you.
Yes, Andrew.
Let's just, if I just hypothetically go all the way to one side and I'm really into action, when it resets, is it back to 0?
Sorry, what was that last bit again, Andrew?
So when my balance goes all the way to one side, I do that. It has the moment. Where does it reset to then?
Oh, that's a good question.
The actual center shifts one towards whatever that principle is.
Oh, that's not good. Okay, I didn't realize that.
You can only lose your balance so many times. So if you go into your moves and you look at lose your balance, it says if your balance shifts past the end of the track, you lose your balance. You obsess over that principle to agree that's not healthy for you or anyone around you. Choose one of the following: give in or submit to your opposition, lose control of yourself in a destructive and harmful way, take an extreme action in line with the principle, and then flee. And then afterwards, when you've had some time to recover and recenter yourself, shift your balance one step towards the principle you exceeded and clear all conditions and fatigue. Reset your balance to your new center.
So my 0 would go one
Plus
towards
one.
action.
Yeah.
Yes.
So your 0 would now be +1 action.
Yeah. So that'll
my
shift. So when your moment of balance would be that one step further towards action.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that changes
what we
things.
said.
That changes things indeed.
You want to try your best to be at center. That's kind of the whole fucking point about balance.
Yeah, dickhead.
How many
Jesus.
times? How many times can I shift my balance?
Like 3.
Literally 3 times, and then
No,
you have to think
twice.
Am I a
Twice.
genius?
Twice. You can shift it twice.
about...
What do you mean?
If your center
so
shifts
using-
past +3
Shift
or
your center
-3.
one.
Yeah.
Shift your center one step. Don't worry. I
If
can't
your
shift-
center shifts past +3, so if you do it 3 times and it happens again, that's it. You're out. It's time
So
to
yeah,
change
if
your
you're
playbook.
looking at if you're looking at the growth advancement for shifting your center, that's whatever
you
that
can
0
recover.
is being
Yeah.
shifted.
So you can push it back to 0. So it's not just moving up and down the balance. You don't shift your balance, you shift your center with that.
So that's if you have gone past the end and then you move back.
So you can use the level up to undo that.
So I'm at +2 at the moment. That doesn't do anything for me now. Okay, cool.
So that's not your center.
You're only
That's
at
just your current
+2?
balance.
I'm only at +2 because when it goes to plus, that's.
I'm at +3.
Wait, sorry. Is your center at +2?
No, my balance.
My balance is at
Balance
plus.
+2. Yeah. If your center gets
Her
shifted.
balance.
Yeah. If the center gets shifted, we need to know about that.
I'm not very balanced.
I love how. Just looking at Marco's connections, and I've got here, it says, Mako frustrates me so much when they act without thinking about the consequences. You've put your own name on that. That's hilarious. That's so funny. Or is that from someone else?
That's someone else.
Oh, that's so funny. That must be, that surely must be Bree.
Mine says
that-
Marco's my
with that
ward. They need me to have their
super
back end of story.
Oh.
Could I remove fatigues and affaid after a good sleep?
Oh,
last
so
night?
all of you have had a really good sleep. You can all remove all of your fatigue and all of your conditions.
What about my statuses? Can I keep them on?
No, your statuses are gone at the end of each combat. So they left ages ago.
Can your balance shift after a good sleep?
I don't believe so. Let me have a quick check. I don't,
think so.
from memory, no. I think other people have to help you with
So you
that.
gotta actually do a thing.
Can I move mine
good.
one towards trust based on our previous conversations of how much I trusted everyone?
I would say, yeah. So that I would say that, yeah. In that instance, it's kind of like they've called you out, but not actually calling you out. More you having an opportunity to prove that you're. Yeah, I'd argue that. Yes, I would argue that. I would agree.
Thank you.
Does anyone else want to discuss why their balance should be shifted one way or another?
No, I just got a new move, fueled by anger. Sort of works well for my force right now.
Brilliant. Okay.
Can't get away from berserkers.
No, apparently not. Well, as you all awaken and head down towards the Sky Bison stables, Arl is there, having already saddled up Mango. You can see that the scar from the bolt of lightning she took along her side, along her flank, is looking a lot less angry, a lot less red and sore than it did yesterday. Clearly, a lot of effort has been taken to try and care for Mango. And even though there is now a jagged scar in the shape of almost like a branching series of roots, or I'd probably say a branching series of roots where the lightning struck her side, the fur, when it's brushed, kind of covers it a little bit, despite the fact that you can see this sort of undersection of white scar tissue. Arl greets you all with a big smile and a wave as you arrive at the Sky Bison stables. Oh, guys, I got some mango tarts. They're all loaded up in the saddle, ready to go. I've got them in like a special pouch. I've got enough for like 2 for each of us. Isn't that great?
Oh, you're amazing. You're so amazing. Thank you.
Did you get some for Mango?
Out of one.
I got some for Mango too. Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
I wasn't
So
gonna.
that's that's 2 for everyone, and then 20 for Mango.
4 for Mango is all I could get, unfortunately.
All right, that's okay.
Well, hey, are you guys like ready to go?
Yeah, I think so.
Suppose so. We going after the guided win today? Is that our plan? Just to recap.
I forget what our plan was. Were we going south?
We're
or
going
down?
over
Must be
the
good if the plans are.
Earth Kingdom
Bruce Willis
to
is
get
playing.
to the
Fire
Fire
Nation.
Nation. For no reason.
That's right. We're
For no
perusing.
reason.
We're
Yeah,
perusing. Yes,
We're just taking
that's
a
right.
slight stroll. Slight stroll.
That's right. I nearly forgot about our wander through the Earth Kingdom.
Yeah, it's I forgot.
Ooh, are we going to the Earth Kingdom?
Yeah.
We are. Yes.
Oh,
Just
cool.
for a
Yep.
stroll.
Just
so
to
that-
just to see how things are going.
So
and
Mango
see
doesn't
if the
feel too
Fire Nation has invaded Basing Say yet. You know the.
and Mango can take naps when needed because
Cool.
Mango did just get
Mango's a
injured.
recent addition. Mango didn't get to see all the fun of the Earth Kingdom last time.
Yeah.
So I think it's cool that she sees my home country.
I mean, that
Particularly
makes
Basing
sense to
Say,
me,
perhaps.
says Al.
Yeah, cool.
Cool.
Let's go.
So just
So-
Cool,
head,
sweet. We're all on board
just
with the
head
one
west.
plan.
Question though, it was myself.
Rung and me.
Archie doesn't know. Aquila
Yeah.
doesn't know.
Cool.
And
And
Al doesn't know?
I'm pretty sure I'll.
I don't think Al knows.
My understanding is Al doesn't know either.
Yeah.
I don't think he does, no.
Yeah.
So it's just
I'm
the three of
giving-
us talking very cryptically.
Yeah, I'm giving you a
You
few
guys
of
are
those
talking
like
cryptically.
things
I'm just
over
talking
to
like
Mako.
normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
You
did
just
we
talk
let
normally.
Rung in on this?
Because
Yeah.
I am the Earth Boy.
He's
So
Earth
just
Boy.
know
Around
everything about
when
that.
He was just around when this got mentioned.
It was just around, and then you're like, oh shit, now he knows.
Yeah, it's in my blood. I have to know. Don't take that the wrong way, Aquila.
Your blood, hey?
There's no information in blood.
Interesting.
Anyway, Mango, you want to go? Just all that Mango.
So if we were headed to the Western Air Temple, we'd sort of be heading like northwest. It's kind of like up a little bit further to the north. It's like right to the north of the Fire Nation, kind of like on the border of where the Northern Fire Nation meets with the Earth Kingdom. But I'm guessing we kind of no.
We don't
I was just
really-
saying like I just know where that is, so I was gonna like point it out.
Oh,
But
okay, yeah, so just
if
go a little bit
we-
more south.
if we were to head a little bit southwest, I'm pretty sure we could like go around the desert, because I don't know if I want to go back in the desert again. I'm guessing you guys
But-
are the same.
Doesn't Mango need a break, like, from
Yeah.
all, like, the injury?
I'm
Well, if-
pretty
if-
sure we can bypass the desert
Well, if we go to the south,
as long as we have other rest stops.
Is,
I'm
is
not-
there,
I'm
is
not
there-
a fan of
Cultural hub
deserts.
there in case we need it.
yeah, like, the cultural hub, we need to, just saying.
if
Oh,
we
sorry.
were to go south though, we could
Multicultural
go
hub of the
via
desert.
Kyoshi Island. I'd be
I
pretty
like
keen on
island
seeing
beach.
Kyoshi Island.
Beach trip.
Beach.
Okay,
Is Yoshi
just,
on a beachy place, not another cold
Yeah,
place.
there's beaches at Kyoshi Island, I'm pretty sure.
Reach.
Oh, cool.
just real quick,
Yeah, I want more coconuts, more
completely
rum.
aside because I don't actually remember. Do we know where we can find it?
You don't.
It's just somewhere
Oh,
in the Earth
those?
Kingdom.
On the back.
You
I'll
what you
know
know,
what.
what you know, which I'm happy to remind you of, is that you know that those who are looking for it, or
Won't
you've been
find
told,
it.
I should say, not what you know, what you've been told is that those who are looking
Mm.
for it can't find it. Those who aren't looking can. But
And it's
you
anywhere in the Earth Kingdom. We don't
could
actually
be
have
anywhere in the
spot.
Earth Kingdom. Yeah, you don't really have a bit of a
Okay.
lead on it. But what I will say is, in the interest of not being a massive dick, you've mostly been up towards the north. So where you guys have been in the Earth Kingdom, the western side of Ba Sing Se, around the Serpent's Pass, Full Moon Bay, down through the desert. I mean, you haven't really been to Gaoling, Omashu. There's a couple of other villages around there as well. Chin Village. There's a lot of places around the Earth
Okay, you're
Kingdom.
just saying names at this point.
The southern section of the Earth Kingdom.
not
you haven't
names,
yet
they're-
explored. The southern and the
They're
western
towns in my
section.
nation.
Okay, so head around the south side, and then when we're heading to the west, we're heading towards Fire Nation anyway.
Exactly.
Got it.
Sweeter.
All right, Kyoshi sounds great.
Kyoshi great. Beach trip,
Beach.
drinks in the sun, sand. I like it.
Pina coladas, let's go.
What's that?
It's a nice refreshing drink in the Fire Nation.
Take your word on it. I'm ready.
I was hoping for more Fireball whiskey, but close enough.
Ooh.
That's just
Probably
water.
would have been called Firewater Whiskey rather than Fireball.
Too spicy.
Yeah.
Too spicy for us.
Too
here.
spicy for you?
Not
Yeah,
sponsored.
Too spicy. Pepper spicy.
I also heard there's like
Salt
a really
spicy.
I also heard there's like a really cool swamp. Oh my god, what was that?
I don't think.
We
Amazing.
both just
I don't know
said
if
salt
words-
is spicy. We're white, okay?
Very.
How are you both just so wrong?
Tuna noodles are spicy.
Amazing. I
But
also-
I don't
So you
think anyone's ever said swamp is a cool place. Like I think it's an oxymoron. I think it's one of the books I read in the.
I think it's
library
only
had that
people who
word in
live
there.
in swamp.
The only
Oh.
people who live in the swamp
But,
think
like-
the swamp is cool.
I remember the
Swamp's
air.
pretty cool, guys.
I remember Monk Gyatso talking about it. Apparently, like it's a really deeply spiritual place, like where you can feel really connected with the earth. He traveled there when he was a younger man with a bunch of other airbenders. Apparently, it was really cool.
See, I don't think
It
we should
is-
get bogged down on that though.
Oh, okay.
We just spent like what 2 days in the air.
Okay,
temple?
all right. You guys are feeling connected and spiritual. All right.
Yeah, I think we're pretty connected
This
and
is the-
spiritual, and I'm
this
pretty
is the most
connected to Mako
spiritual I've
not
felt
dying
in
in
a
the next
while.
3 days.
Why?
On the way to Kyoshi, like we could stop by.
We
I mean, if it's on the way, we
It's
could
not on the
stop
way to
in.
Kyoshi. It's very out of the way. If we were going to go to Omashu though, and we didn't want to go through the desert, we'd have to fly over the swamp.
But we're not going to the desert, right?
No. If we wanted to go to Omashu, but not go over the desert.
He's adding more pins to the map.
So
So
think
he's
about
going-
it. Think about it this way: Omashu, the swamp, and Kyoshi are all in a line on the west coast of the Earth Kingdom, with the desert in the middle, and we're on the east coast. So if we were to fly straight across the middle, we'd end up at the swamp. If we were to go southwest, we'd skip the desert entirely and end up at Kyoshi Village. And if we then wanted to go from Kyoshi Village to Omashu, we'd just fly north and we'd go over the swamp.
What
Oh,
are the
I could've liked that,
chances
that's perfect.
of-
What's a marshu?
It's a Earth Kingdom city, I think.
It's like a fungi. It's
Nothing
not
much.
that
What's
big.
in Marshu with you?
Oh my god,
That's
That's
what
it.
you
That's
get
the
if you
one.
don't just-
That was weak.
That's the one.
that was weak.
That was really bad.
Omashu.
Um,
What's that Omashu?
For podcast listeners, Archie has quit.
That's how you know you win.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
how
I've-
many
I've-
days into the 7 days are we up to, by the way, before
die?
Mako dies?
No, we've got more than 7 days, right?
you definitely have more than 7 days.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure where you pulled that number from. But that's
It
a
was
funny-
like we had a
that's
month.
brutal-
that's what
and
Yabu
we've
was
only
saying, to
been
mess
at it
with
for
you.
like a week and a bit.
Where the fuck
So-
did I get 7 days from?
I think that's one of the things
You watched The
that-
Grudge.
No, I think that's one of the things
The
that
Ring.
Yavu was trying to get Aquila to do. Yavu had a much
Yeah.
tighter time frame.
Yeah, okay.
So at this stage, you've probably got about 2 weeks. So the last full moon happened. You probably have just under 2 weeks actually, because the last full moon happened
Yeah.
right after. Sorry, just before the wish. So the wish happened right as the moon was waning. If you were to look up at the sky right now, it would be either a brand new moon, so just a sliver, or no moon at all.
Okay.
It's just we're right at the waning,
And
so you're
we
about
cannot
halfway
confirm
through.
or deny that I will die.
Well, you've
Wait,
been
you're
you've been
dying?
told that you will, but depending on how much you trust that is up to you.
I was also told that I need to give blood. but,
Yeah.
Yeah. Never
We've been
never
told a
trust the
lot.
Red Cross.
You should trust everyone.
Sorry.
Do go give blood though.
Drink your blood.
Bloodbenders are people too. Go and give blood.
If you can, do it.
Oh, that's a brilliant plan.
Oh god.
So what do you reckon? Would you be keen to go to Kyoshi? We can stick to the coast. We can take a bit of an easy time flying. Just head
I
round
like
to the south.
coast route. We'll do.
Okay.
I haven't seen that far down.
We'll do the
We'll make it. We'll make
do
it
the
you. Make it you.
I think it goes up higher, so it's like a
It does go up higher.
yeah.
Oh, it's a pretty low U. To be honest, it's more of like just a very gentle curve to the south. It's mostly just heading west, to be honest.
So we could make a smiley face if we teleported to other places.
Yeah, if we
Well,
could
if we can
teleport.
teleport, yeah.
Yeah,
If we could teleport.
I don't know how to do that.
I'm just saying, if we could teleport, why not just teleport to Kyoshi?
But then you wouldn't have a smiley face.
No, it didn't work.
I mean, to think about it this way:
Are you trying
if
out
we
your lightning powers for?
if we wanted to go to the
Teleportation?
southern air temple, it'd be in a straight line southwest, and Kyoshi Island's
Okay.
right in the middle on that way.
Okay,
So-
so let's do that.
Well, I don't.
Cool.
We don't really want to go to the southern air temple, do we?
No, let's go
No.
straight to
Leave
Kyoshi.
Kyoshi.
I think that'd be cool. And then maybe we can
Cool,
stop by
sorry,
Chin
bud.
Village and like judge them for their terrible decisions.
Do they not? Do they have big chins?
Didn't
I'm
you hear about
always
Chin
there
Village?
for that.
I've
They're the
not
ones-
heard about Chin.
Chin the Conqueror. Didn't you guys learn about him in
Ah.
history?
Chin chin?
No, we mostly learnt about Fire Nation stuff. You know, the important stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, actually.
Rung, you would have learned about Chin the Conqueror though.
Propaganda. Oh, I'm sure I've heard stories about Chin the Conqueror.
We've helped make more propaganda than we've heard.
I wouldn't ask
Some of you
them.
have.
Wouldn't ask me to recount it unless they had a book. I can duck off to the library.
well,
I wouldn't
I
trust
mean-
their texts here. They seem to have like a bit of a downwards view in a lot of Earth Nation people, from what I can tell.
Just the spiritual aspects
Go
of
to
it,
most
Rung, and
places.
you have to agree. Like, it's not like the nobility of the Earth Kingdom care a lot about spirituality, right?
Wasn't there something between Chin and Kyoshi?
Yeah, that's what I remember from my lessons.
Chin from like way back then?
Yeah. He was like trying to conquer all of the Earth Kingdom, and he was like a bit of a douchebag from what I can remember from like the stories. And Kyoshi tried to stop him, and eventually I think she like separated off the island, and that became Kyoshi Island. And I think she killed him. I'm pretty sure she killed him.
That's cool.
That sounds
I
right.
should learn more about my history.
Oh, or maybe he like fell into the ocean, or maybe she.
It sounds like it sounds like she killed him then.
Yeah, maybe she.
Because if
blew
she
him
split
into
the
ocean.
island off and that caused him to fall into the ocean, then that kind of sounds like murder.
Indirect murder is
Or
still
to be
murder.
fall and split the island.
Manslaughter at best.
This is something we should ask Roku next time we see him. If we get to see Roku again, we should ask.
Next time we see him.
Next time we see him,
Yeah. I mean, I
Like,
want to see
hey.
Roku again. That was really cool. We got to meet the last Avatar.
that is
I mean,
true. It
he
was
was a
awesome.
spirit, but it was still pretty cool, right?
It was
Do you
really.
reckon we'll be able to meet any other avatars?
Do you reckon we'll get to meet the new Avatar? I mean, I
You know
don't
what
know.
we should have done?
Don't want to get too
We should've
excited, but the new Avatar's an airbender, so like, just
We
saying.
should have
He's
just
a
taken the
baby.
birth records and just gone there.
Yeah, but they're gone now. They've already been taken. Isn't that the problem?
Don't they make like 2 copies of
Yeah,
this?
that's what
Like,
I've
why
made
would you just
I,
make one?
I thought the big problem was that they'd all been taken.
Probably.
Really
Like,
should back up their information on
They,
like
like, need to
a
have
cloud.
backup.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
On a cloud.
This episode was sponsored by OneDrive. By Dropbox.
Definitely not. It's definitely not sponsored by
They have
Microsoft.
so many cloud systems. Why haven't they backed it up?
Sorry, by Google Drive.
We're
It
definitely not
wasn't,
sponsored
it
by
wasn't
Google either.
protected by NordVPN.
We're not sponsored by NordVPN either. We're not sponsored by anyone. But Nord, if you're
Who
listening,
are
We're
we
sponsored
sponsored
by
by?
Raid Shadow.
Shadow
Legends.
Legend.
we're definitely not. And I will put it out there right now. If I was offered that
Would not take
sponsorship,
one.
I don't think I would take them up on it because it's
I
just
actually
not my
got
game.
offered
Good
that
name.
like 2 days ago.
Oh, have you said yes or no?
I've already done 2 for them. I'm not doing another one.
Yeah,
You
fair.
done
It's
2
just,
for them?
Yeah.
I don't think it's my vibe, and I don't want to play it and be like, oh, you guys should play this because it's great. Because I'm going to be sitting being like, I don't understand what I'm doing. Like, how do I play this? What am I doing?
One of my friends has legitimately been hooked on it for a year since my first sponsorship for them, and he's obsessed with the game. And he's really
Oh.
mad that I never continued playing it.
Yeah, look, if Grounded came to me and said we'll sponsor you, I'd be like, yes, 100 times yes, of course. I love Grounded, or like Subnautica, or
How many hours do you need? Oh, you just need us to play 10? I'm already like playing like 50, dude.
yeah. 10. I'll knock that out for you right now. You sit there and watch. I've got all the food and drink I need in the fridge. I'm ready. Let's go. Anyway, we're not sponsored. Back on topic. Just need to make sure. I know that in the age of ambiguity, I need to make sure it's very clear. Not a sponsored.
We're not
stream.
sponsored.
Not a sponsored stream.
Not cool
Hashtag
kids.
non-spawn.
Not spawn.
Hashtag not spawn.
Yeah.
No spawn. Anyway, Al climbs on the back of Mango, rolls up the map that he had out on display. Right, so, I mean, I've already said goodbye to Sister Tucker and everyone else I wanted to say goodbye
Alright,
to.
well, let's go.
Let's go. Cool.
Yeah, great.
Wait, so we're just not going to say goodbye to him, we're just going to leave.
Well,
To who?
I mean, I already
To
said
who?
goodbye for you guys if you wanted. You were
Yeah,
taking a bit of extra time to
I
get
don't,
ready.
I
and
don't
stuff.
really.
Okay, fine then.
I'll
that
jump on
well.
the
It'll
back
be
of Mango
weird.
and just give like a basic wave
Peace.
to everybody.
There's no one around.
Well, at least I did it.
Hey, he tried. He attempted.
You just
Uh,
you do the one
Aquila
where like
climbs
you're
on.
forward and you take off and you're just like.
Aquila's there doing the queen wave and then looks around and realizes there's
I-
nobody there and slowly lowers his hand.
I find a
Say
nice
goodbye
comfy
to
spot
the
and lay down.
please. Hello.
I'd climb and lay down. Just find a nice comfy spot to lay.
Brilliant.
Yes,
As you all
but,
climb onto the back, I'll yip and flicks the reins, and Mango takes off into the sky. As the eastern air temple falls away into the distance behind you, the sun casting the temples in this beautiful, almost like
Where did it fall
golden ray. What was that? Sorry,
to?
Andrew.
Ooh. Sorry.
Okay. Casting the temple with these beautiful golden rays of sunrise climbing over the mountains, and the shadow of the temple projected onto the mountains behind. The land falls away quickly as you head out back over the ocean. Choosing to instead head across the large section of bay between where the Eastern Air Temple is and the western, the eastern coast of the Earth Kingdom is, rather than following the mountains down towards the south and curving around. What'd you forget?
We were meant to catch up with the people this morning and talk to them about the information regarding.
Yeah, you never told Al that, so he didn't know.
We need to turn around. We need to go back.
We're already on our way.
We need to
What's
talk
wrong?
to them about the guiding wind. Fuck.
Oh, you guys didn't mention that. Should I turn Mango around? Like,
How far have we gotten?
it's only been like 20 minutes. Do you want to?
Yeah, just turn us around.
Okay.
We may as well do it. Yeah.
Al pulls on the reins, turns Mango
least-
around. You
At
fly
least I
back
remembered.
20 minutes
would've
and
been real
land,
awkward
and Al
for-
goes, I'll stay
I
with.
needed to go to the bathroom.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
make sure you go before we leave, because I can't stop over
Yeah.
the mission.
I'll be quick, haha.
You can't?
I'll be quick too. I'll stay with Mango if you guys wanted to go talk to the.
Cool. Okay.
And with that, I'll
Let's
jumps
let's
off.
go, guys.
Rung heads off, takes a piss.
I can't believe we forgot this very important thing that we had to do.
As you move back over towards the library, you can see there's a group of 3 air nomads waiting out the front, sort of looking around a little bit. And as they spot you, they sort of give a bit of a nod. One of them being like, as they point up in the distance towards you and then begin moving towards you. You can see that the librarians,
Quest icon.
one male, 2 female, an older female working with 2 younger archivists. Judging by their tattoos, definitely airbending masters who've finished their airbending training, but they look to be more scribes, probably early on in their career. As you can see, they're carrying bundles of paper, quills, and ink as they follow the head librarian. She steps up towards you and gives you a bit of a nod. I wasn't sure you were still coming. It has been a little bit later than we agreed on, but
Yeah, sorry, I slept in. No,
Wrong.
hard day
Lol.
yesterday.
well, you wanted to ask some questions about the guiding wind and look for some information.
Yes. Do you have any leads on where they were heading?
The scouts that came back and reported to Sister Taka last night mentioned that the bison that was carrying the cage traveled as the bison flies in an easterly direction towards the edge of the desert.
Okay.
Whether they turned or headed in another bearing after that, we are not sure, but it seemed like they were preparing for a long flight. They had flown up quite high to catch a tailwind. That is how they were able to stay ahead of our scouts, and we risked being spotted if we flew too close.
Jesus, sorry, I just read the chat.
Don't do that. It's a dark and dangerous place. The Lost Archives chat.
The Shadowy Land.
You'll find no
they
other
have-
hive of scum and villainy. No greater hive.
So, does the guiding winds have like a base of operations that anyone's aware of, or like a localized area?
Well, that's the thing. That the members who proclaim themselves as members travel between the temples, same as any other air nomad. As far as we are aware, that there is no set base or area that they call home. They are members of the Air Nation. They travel. There was some talk that they may have had a stronger presence in the southern and western air temples because of its proximity to the Fire Nation and the number and speed of the attacks against the embassy that was set up in the Fire Nation, the thefts that occurred of supplies. And it seems that perhaps they probably were close by, so our suspicion was that they were on the western border of the Earth Kingdom.
Okay, cool. Any information that could be used to help track them, or just information about them, really? Because
You have been told about their symbol to look for. Some members, I have heard, have it tattooed upon them. The 3 gusts of wind all blowing in the same direction.
Yep, that's okay. Cool. So they're heading towards the desert, through the desert. Cool.
Well, it's hard to say. To fly over the desert, at such a height would be not a problem for any of the bison. They would manage that journey with no troubles. But it's just as conceivable that they were merely heading for the desert as a landmark, and once they reached the border, they could have turned north or south, knowing that would help their bearing. The desert is very handy as a location waypoint to help you navigate to other areas, because of its size and its ability to be seen from so far away.
Shurva, what do you think, if you're here?
Huh?
Cool. Cool. I feel like we've lost them, and we can't do much at this point. Shit.
It's fine.
Did you just tee-hee?
Was that Shurva tee-hee or Bree tee-hee?
I think that might have been both.
Distinction between the two was somewhat arbitrary at that point.
Oh. Okay, we'll keep this in mind going forward. So they headed towards the desert. They could have just gone anywhere from the desert. Okay, great. However, they do suspect they have a base of operations near the Fire Nation. And towards the south.
If it's of any use, the scout who was following them for the longest, she reported that it did seem like they were planning on a straight route. She saw no signs of any deviations. She didn't see any indications that they were planning on taking a north
It had a
southerly
cage on the back, yeah?
Yes, hanging underneath.
Were they moving at a slower pace than normal bison, or were they taking more breaks or anything like that?
That is why they flew up so high, to catch a tailwind. There are air currents that help speed along at certain heights. We believe that they had flown up to catch a tailwind to continue a bit of a faster pace, knowing that such an item would slow down a bison, even a fully grown bison.
Okay, cool. So if we did that, we'd gain ground on them if we're at the same height. Cool.
Yes, I believe so.
Cool. I have no idea what to do with this information, but we will try our best. Sweet. I'm gonna go bury my head in the sand now.
Oh, you will have trouble
At
finding
the
sand
beach?
around the mountain. Oh, being metaphorical.
Yeah, metaphorically, yeah.
So we're going to the beach.
You going to the beach each?
Hey. Oh, no.
Alright.
Shit.
Well, with that,
To the
you guys
beach.
head back to Arl. The front of Rung's pants is a bit wet for some reason. You guys don't really know why.
I've sort of got like
as
my
you-
little like shirt thing, so I'm like just tucking it down as I'm coming back a little bit.
I saw your roll, Rung. That was a miss, a 6. As you climb back onto Mango's saddle, Arl turns around. How'd you guys go? Did you find out what you needed to know?
Rung, do you wear shoes?
Oh, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
I'm
he's
just like
barefoot, he's
flicking them off the side of
we have
Mango.
bad news.
Yeah, usually. Just
Oh no.
look at a puddle.
Mr. Library was last seen catching the
Is it weird to
tailwind
wipe?
going through the desert.
Can I just like and like throw it away?
You gonna piss bend? Is
You
that what
can
we're doing right
bend,
now?
you can bend the water. You can bend the water, leaving the uric acid still attached
Yeah.
to his shoe and the phosphate.
Also, it still smell like pee.
Yeah.
Ew.
Actually,
Well,
I
at least
think
you're
it's
not wet.
worse.
Isn't
That
that
would
something
be-
that he could
that's
like
worse.
earthbend off?
Then he can
himself?
earthbend that, yeah.
No, it's not earth.
Oh, I could set it on fire. if you
Phosphor
want.
is not earth.
I could set it on fire.
What is it?
No.
No, definitely not.
Is that something I could learn?
No, it's not water either.
There's
He just
rules
really
about
wants to pee bend.
I want to be a piss bender.
Don't kink shame.
I didn't come here to get my
Are you
yum
taking the
yucked.
piss,
Fuck you
boy?
guys.
Yes, I am.
As Mango takes off, Arl turns towards Mako. Sorry, you were saying you had some bad news? What was the bad news?
Yeah, so they caught a tailwind going across the desert with
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Library.
Yeah, the heat rising from the desert, like Sky Bison can get
Yeah.
quite high.
So they're just heading straight towards the Western Temple.
Oh, okay. Right.
We think, we believe, maybe, quite possibly, that's possible hideout for them.
What do you reckon?
Like
Should we
conference.
take the risk of doing a detour via Kyoshi Island, or do we try and catch up with them then?
So it took them 2 days, a day and a bit, to get to the desert. Yeah.
Yeah.
How long?
We'll be
can go
moving a
from
bit
there.
quicker than that with Mango. Like, we've not got much stuff. We're not weighing her down. As
So
long as the
She's
weather's
young and
good.
sprightly.
Yeah, as long as the weather's good and we catch some good tailwind, I think we could catch up to them. And one of the things we could do, right? The way that the air currents flow around the eastern coast of the Earth Kingdom, if we were to take a pathway down southerly, we might be able to catch the northern wind up towards the, like, literally, there's a section where the winds, like, join together and create this, like, northern corridor. This corridor.
So
of
what
wind.
you're saying is we can still go to the beach.
Well, I don't see why we couldn't go via Kyoshi Island to try and catch up. Like, we could. I know it seems like it's a little bit more out of the way, but
We can cut them off. Like it's
if
like
if the weather's really good and the winds are
oh, you know what?
calm
And you
and-
control the weather now, so it's great.
very
plan.
localized, but I'll give it a go.
I like this plan because, like, if we just go straight after them, we'll just be just as tight as those guys. So we go.
Like, and if we go straight after them,
freshen up a little bit.
they might be
you
able
know,
to see us
because it's
before
true.
that.
Oh,
It's
that's
like
a good
whole-
point. Yeah, like it's not like we can do much hiding. Although maybe I could cloud bend like a cloud around us, but then that's going to be
But
a
they
bit
just see
suspicious.
really like
a really
cloud
quickly
going
moving cloud.
towards them.
That's a good
It's like
point.
an
Yeah.
Anyone
angry
watch-
cloud.
Anyone watch Nope recently? I just watched
No.
it.
No. Oh yeah, I have.
I know
yeah,
the
yeah.
basic premise there. Yeah.
And then I'll shoot lightning out of the cloud every
Following
now and
them.
then to make it look like an angry cloud.
Yeah.
Have, like,
Okay.
a little
I
like
could-
rope hanging down from Mango.
Yeah, maybe I won't do that. Well, maybe this is a way of us catching up without being spotted. Like, that'd be pretty shit if we went to all the trouble of
Yeah.
catching up to them and then they saw us coming and just, like, not to be dark, but what if they just, like, cut the cage loose? Like, cut their losses.
Well, then they
literally?
wouldn't have any information.
No, but if they've got his notes, they can figure it out by themselves, right?
Then we can burn it.
Yeah, but that's if we catch them. Wait, that moment of silence is us waving goodnight to Archie's daughter, who's come and made a little quick
I
guest
thought it was
appearance. Good night.
I thought it was Archie just waving the entire time. I'm like, oh, look at his little hair.
Okay, so what we need to do
Archie has really tiny hands. Good night.
It's Donald Trump hands. No, no.
The little doll.
Nice.
Oh, some comedian did a sketch with that was amazing. They had they did an impersonation of Donald Trump, and then they had like tiny Action Man hands coming out of the suit. It
They had
was
like the baby
really
hands. They
funny.
had like the little baby
Yeah,
hands. Like,
the
yeah.
baby hands. It was very funny. Oh, who was that? I have to remember. It was
Like the,
that. What was that?
it's like the opposite of Always Sunny in Philadelphia, like his lawyer cousin who has like the opposite problem. Like he has small hands, but he wants to see him to have big hands, so he puts on like big hand mitts when he's in view. And if no one's watched the show, it sounds weird explaining it. He has
That is a bit
big
weird,
hands. Big boy lawyer hands. No.
No, that was one of my favorite moments from that committee where he like came out with the tiny doll hands in the suit. It was very funny. I think he like, went to pick up a soda with them as well. It was really impressive. It was good.
So yeah, we're going
Like Shaq
past the
drinking
ocean
water.
then.
Yeah. Well, but the opposite. It's like a child trying to drink like a pint, or a halfling trying to lift up a barrel because he's got tiny hands. Right.
You look
So
at Shaq and there's like a picture of him drinking water. He's like a full bottle of water like this, and it looks like it's super tiny in his hands.
Yeah.
His hands are giant, so it's like he's like.
yeah, I'd believe that.
Anyway, I'll stop distracting.
Yeah, so what do you reckon? I mean, look, we could definitely try and just catch up to them by going straight, and
I think
we
we
probably
just go
could.
south.
You reckon head around to the south?
Yep.
The other thing as well, I don't know, I've always been a bit of a fan of the Kyoshi warriors. Like, they seem really cool, and they use fans a lot, and that's something that sometimes airbenders use, and I'd love to learn a little bit more about that.
So you're saying you're a fan of it?
I'm a fan of it.
Good.
There's no shame to be a fan of it.
No,
I could
there's
be a
no
fan of
shame
it,
at all.
maybe.
Yeah,
No, I'm a
be
huge fan.
of it. Yeah. You know what? Own it.
I am. It's really cool.
Are you the
Shurva,
number one fan?
Did you ever train in fans, Shurva, or is that not really a Fire Nation thing?
It's
Look,
not-
I have a scroll that is all about that. I haven't read it.
Oh,
it's not really a whip
That's
thing.
like a fan, but not folded.
Yeah, we in the Fire Nation we only have like a certain selection of weapons available to us, and they're usually things like
Whips,
swords,
Chains and whips.
daggers.
pole arms.
That's
It's
the other one I was
it's
trying to think of, pole arms.
It's important to remember that chains and whips do excite Fire Nation people, so...
They really do.
Damn right they do.
Almost as much as pea bending
Well-
excites waterbenders.
Not all waterbenders, just that one.
Is that? It's like
that
group. Golden bending, if they call it.
I think my favorite,
Yeah,
my
we-
favorite thing is
Like
Brandon went to go and
fan.
get a giant fan off his desk that he's using, and none of us have acknowledged it in any way. And he's been fanning himself for a while now, hoping
It's a
to get our
very
attention.
pretty fan. I won't
and
lie.
he's not had the
I
attention.
feel really
he
cool. No. I was actually getting a little warm, so I'm glad people started talking about fans who reminded me.
Oh no, there you go.
See, the problem with fans as a weapon is they can catch fire a little bit easier than most other things we use.
Oh, I've seen like metal
And not
fans.
in a good way, like my whip.
I've seen like metal fans made of
But
metal.
imagine if Mako
Yeah.
does
They'd
like
be like really heavy,
fire
though, right?
things, and you're there
Metal
support,
fans
and
are
you're just
really
like,
like
this.
into the music.
Could you make them out of like? Haha, very nice. Could you make a fan out of like leather that's been treated so it doesn't burn as easily? I'm sure you could, right?
Potentially, yeah. That's
Yeah,
what we've
surely.
ever really looked into.
You can also make
Question.
a fan out of like sheets of metal that are like fold on top of each other.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen
Daggers.
something like that before. Yeah, like lots of daggers piled up on each
And
other.
made
make
out
like
of
a fan.
knives.
Yeah, I swear I've seen something like that before.
No.
When we went down to the Southern Air Temple, we flew over Kyoshi. We didn't have enough time to like stop there, and that's always been one of my like saddest things. I've always wanted to like go to check out Kyoshi Island.
Okay, we'll go there then.
Alright, let's go
I want to
Kyoshi
go
Island.
there. I mean, maybe we could get a little souvenir fan.
Yeah, souvenir fans. Everyone gets a fan.
My first fan!
Nice.
It's my only fan.
No. I was gonna say, not only fans there.
I wonder if they sell like tiny fans for your puppets, Aquila.
I could probably make one.
I wonder if they sell fan. I wonder if there's this fan for Chirpy.
Yeah, I was actually meant to check in on Chirpy.
Yeah, it's been a
Chirpy's got
while.
lots of fans.
Chirpy's
It's been a
Since,
while since you remember
checked in
he
on-
existed.
Rung,
If
as you open
it's
up
been
your
too
pack,
much, Chirpy could just live
smell
in the air temple. He's
kind
he's
of-
on a better.
a smell kind of
Sort of farm up
assaults your
north.
nose as you open up your pack, suddenly remembering your precious boy, quote unquote. And as you look inside, a rather bedraggled, stinky furry form is visible in the bottom of the pack. And as you reach in and pull Chirpy out, you can see that he's covered in a lot of his own poop, and it looks like he's eaten all the food that was in your bag.
Still alive, or is he dead?
Look, at this point, it's up for debate. Schrodinger's
Yeah,
Chirpy at this
no.
point.
Help me!
I'm just like. I think. No, but not right. No, but I think you might need to check your
Word
facts.
to my family.
I think Rung just has a moment looking at his backpack. It's like, oh, I guess that explains the smell. It wasn't just pee. Pull out little Chirpy, his poopy body.
Oh God, what is that?
Oh,
Oh,
I'm gonna take Mango down towards the ocean. You are washing Chirpy before we fly.
no,
anywhere.
just drop Chirpy off right
No,
here.
I'm
Just-
taking Mango
just-
down.
Just
I'll
Just
begin.
off the
Oh,
side,
God.
drop it.
Al begins immediately
Drop
lowering
it.
Mango. Even
Drop it.
Mango lets out a bit of a pained cry from the front, and as you drop down towards the edge, Al lands Mango on a outcropping of rock next to the ocean with a pebble beach with very gentle waves lapping against its shore, and insists that you clean Chirpy properly before you
I'll
get
also
back
clean
on.
your bag, because Jesus.
Maybe Aquila
Yeah,
could
but-
help.
Wash Chirpy off in the water, just like, and then I could just take out some stones and I move some stones aside for his little burial.
It's like a husky.
He's still
It acts
alive.
Like a husky with water.
Yeah, he has
Oh, I thought you meant he was
Burying
dead.
him.
No,
I
he's
thought
still
you were saying
alive.
he was
What
dead.
the
You're like
hell?
saying Schrodinger's. I
This
thought
is
you were
so
just like,
dark.
oh, he's dead. He's,
Oh,
like,
look, he's had a pretty good life. Let me just bury him.
I thought that's
Oh
what you were
God.
getting at, like he just
No.
died.
Let me just bury this thing real quick.
That's too dark, even for
He
me.
smells dead. He's not actually dead.
It's just like, oh no, my camera. Oh no, everything's dying on me now.
As you wash
yeah, bury
Chirpy
that
off,
in the stones too.
Chirpy lets out a few squeaks of protest before just like submitting to the cold water of the ocean as you clean Chirpy off and then rinse out your bag, which is just filthy.
You're back.
He's back. As you climb back aboard Mango, your bag
Aboard.
and all of the contents now washed out. A number of the items you've just had to throw away from your bag. There's no food left. All of the food you had in your bag has been eaten by Chirpy.
That's how he's still alive.
Chirpy,
Yeah.
I have a thing called object permanence here. You're gonna learn this all about me if we're gonna have a long life together.
Make
I
more
don't think
noise.
we're gonna have a long
Oh, I
life.
don't think that's going to lead to a long life.
No, everyone. Chirpy is fine. He's gone to the gulag, stronger than ever, like Batman when he's in the prison. in
Rung,
Batman.
we're
The
having
gulag.
Rung, we're having an intervention right
Yeah.
now. Like, if you can't look after Chirpy, I think you need to give him to someone who can.
If he's an outside pet now,
Like,
watch him.
I think
Chirpy,
you should.
no longer live in bags.
I think you should leave Chirpy on Mango's saddle so all of us can collectively
think
help
you
take
should
care of
just
Chirpy.
It
Leave
takes
Maybe
a
we
village.
He's an outside
Maybe
pet.
don't
No,
leave your
not
pet
even on
in
the
a
saddle.
bag.
just put him on the ground.
Well, it was
He's
cold where it was.
He's a
before.
free Chirpy now.
Leave him on an island in the ocean. Actually, it's probably marginally better than how I've been taking care of Chirpy.
Maybe there's someone we can find along the way who would like to take care of Chirpy. I mean, we could go back to the air temple again.
No, we're not going back a third time. No.
Okay.
No.
You're
Chirpy,
right.
You're gonna stay
I
outside
left the
here with us.
stove on. We have to go back.
I left a tart in the oven. No.
It's their problem now.
Do we
Chirpy,
have
you're gonna be
any
outside of
like
us, and
pen and paper?
You're gonna decide what you want to
Kind
do.
of.
We
I'd say
have
there's-
2 mango tarts each.
I'd say
I'd
there's
have some.
probably yeah.
I'd probably have some.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to. Do we have like parchment and?
Parchment and
Yeah.
quill and ink. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
take this.
Okay. I'm gonna take some parchment and I'm gonna write on it for adoption, and I'm gonna tie it around Chirpy's neck.
it. Okay.
I mean, we don't.
For adoption, looking for good home,
We don't
loving
Yeah.
have to get
family.
rid of. We don't
Any
have to
home
get rid
better
of
than
stuff.
current.
I'm gonna accept that here. I've got no legs.
Looking for loving family.
I've always wanted a
The
big
thing-
head.
The thing that
Would you
also
love it? Would you want a pet?
the thing that also boggles my mind is that at any point, all Brandon has to do is say, Rung will take better care of Chirpy in the future. Can I make sure that every day Rung feeds and looks after Chirpy? He's never once said that. Every time there's a warning about Chirpy, Rung's always like, oh, whoops. That's it. There's no, because I understand as a
nothing
player, sometimes you get caught up in the story and you forget. So you can have standing orders like, oh look, can I make sure that every evening I check on Chirpy, I take him for a little walk, I give him
I
some
forget
food and
that's a
water
thing.
every
I'm
night.
pretty
I'll-
sure
I'll
Oki had
rely
that
on
in
my memory.
place.
Yeah, but Oki's not
Oki
there
had
anymore.
that. I know, but she had that for no, she had that for her pet.
For Bolto, yeah.
Bolto, that's it.
Me and Mako.
She pretty much had it so that every time we
I'll set it
stopped
for
to
Mango.
eat,
Yeah.
Bolto would come out and eat.
I'll
She
set
didn't
that for
have to
Mango
say
too.
anything.
There's rules. No one
No,
told me.
it's been consistent. I'll did it with Mango. Oki did it with Bolto.
That feels like it's cheating, though. I bet
Yeah,
if,
that's
I bet
like
if
me.
that
That's
rule
like me
didn't
saying-
exist here, Mango would be covered in mango food.
Can you just get like a post-it note and stick it to your monitor and have "Remember Chirpy" written on it? Or
But we're
do one
getting rid of
better.
Chirpy. What's the
Have a big sign up on the wall behind your monitor, and it says "Do it for her," and it's just a bunch of pictures of the AI art of Chirpy.
Oh, no. Oh, good. He's got a whiteboard. Fantastic. For those who are listening to the podcast, Brandon has actually got a whiteboard next to his desk. He's writing "Remember Chirpy" on it right now.
Yeah, but now that sounds like Chirpy's dead.
I mean, at the rate Brandon's going, it's only through the generosity of me and
Oh, don't draw a
the
cross.
desire not to. Oh no, he's drawn a cross. Oh, oh boy.
Lest
Okay.
we forget.
Poor Chirpy.
Look, you could start by fucking remembering. Like,
I'd like to put a standing order in. Please.
yes, would you like to put a standing order in, Brandon? What would that standing order like to be?
Oh yeah, I'll take a number 9 large with extra seed for
Yep.
Chirpy. Make up for it for the next week. And
Yeah, the
after
only
that, back
problem
to
is
normal
that
rations.
the only problem is that past behavior is the best predictor of future behavior, and so I can't take your standing order because so far all you've demonstrated is gross negligence. So unlike Ali and Al, I shouldn't say Al. I should say unlike Unlike Oki and Arl, who were consistently looking after their pets and put a standing order in to continue looking after their pets, you have failed at every turn to look after Chirpy.
I swear I take care of my
he
dog
sometimes
very
feeds
well.
Chirpy.
Yeah, how's Korra doing?
Just,
Well, no, do you know what makes me?
and every day.
Do you know what gets me hopeful?
Don't
Ali's
listen to
there
her, she
looking
says
after
otherwise.
So,
all this excitement.
no, that's fine. I'm happy to accept standing orders for you for Rung to take care of Chirpy.
Can I make a standing order to take
Yes.
care of Mako?
To take care of Mako? No, there's no amount of standing order that can cover that.
Okay. Another standing order.
Okay.
Can I make a standing order that I never die?
No. No. If anything, if you try and make that, it's just going to make me want to kill you quicker. Kill me faster! Well, now I can relax.
People in Avatar don't die.
That's right. Well, that's not right. We've definitely seen the characters die in the main
yeah.
series. Both Last Airbender and Legend of Korra.
Yeah, okay, but we haven't killed anyone yet.
Well,
I would counter that with Pung and the Sandbenders.
yeah, they got eaten.
We
They got
didn't
eaten
kill
hard.
them.
We made a
We
lot of
just
noise.
left them.
We left them to die.
It depends if you count Avatar Kyoshi killing Chin, the Conqueror, as her killing him, which it sounded like he did before.
Shit. Okay.
So-
Yeah.
No,
alright.
we've also killed other
I,
people.
I see
Like,
what you're getting at here.
we killed the
Manslaughter.
fire people at like the library. Then we also killed everyone at the giant magnetic rock when we blew it up, and probably killed people with the explosion.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Like, we're not good people, guys.
What crime?
Speak for yourself.
Right now.
No,
I've
you
never killed
you,
anyone.
you just committed attempted murder and failed.
Yeah, at least we succeeded at that.
You just failed to kill someone.
How would you feel if it got
Can
out
you
that you were an
change
attempted
time?
murderer? It'd be terrible. Everyone would know that I failed.
Anyway.
We're just good at it.
As Mango flies over the ocean below, the sky is clear and calm. The expanse of endless blue above and below, only broken by clouds that drift across the horizon and high above you, probably lulls all of you into a sense of calmness and serenity. It's going to take you a couple of hours to fly over the ocean, over this stretch of the bay towards the western coast of the Earth Kingdom. What would you guys be doing during that time?
I'm gonna be practicing flying Mango more.
Great, okay. Yep, so you're up the front with Arl taking some tips. Could you please roll me with focus or harmony? Your choice.
Harmony? Yep.
So
11.
11. That is a success. As you take some guidance from Arl and some lessons from Arl, you continue learning some of the basics of flying Mango. Andrew, what were you going to say?
We still have all our conditions, yeah.
No.
My big
No,
no.
no. I don't have three
Conditions gone, fatigue is gone.
I was going to say, how do you change a balance? Can I get a back rub or give someone a back rub or do something like that? Does that help?
So you can call someone out. So one of the moves that you can do is to call someone out against their balance. So the way that works is you essentially, so you shift your balance away from center, name and roll with their principle. And on a hit, they're called to act as you say. And if you're able to succeed, if it's a success, I think they have to actually move their balance one direction towards the principle. On a hit, they're called to actually say they must either do it or mark a condition. It's not really.
It's a combat
Yeah.
move.
Yeah.
There
I was
is
going
a
to say, I
way
don't
to
think I'm
help.
scared of Mako. Mako, do you
There is.
care
Hang
about
on.
me?
Give me a
He's
second.
like,
There is.
"Oh,
There is a
you're
way to
happy
help.
doing
Like, I think it's
That's not up
comfort.
to your principle.
Oh no, sorry.
no.
I'm thinking of guide and comfort. Am I?
But that doesn't do anything.
Racial
for...
guidance and comfort.
Doesn't do anything for
To
balance.
fatigue. Yeah, no, you're right. So I think the only way to move balance is to have things happen, to act in accordance.
Yes,
with
you have to act
Yeah.
upon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have to be caring.
I have to be forgiving.
I have to be
don't
trusting.
Oh Jesus! Just listen, like it's all ticks that we're not.
Wait, what do you have to
I am caring. I've just cared for Chirpy.
That's one example, and that is definitely not
Terrible
a good
example.
After like multiple days of negligence.
Probably only been like 3 days.
That's still pretty bad.
They can live after 3 days.
Chirpy, I came back from the shop to get some smokes.
Oh, God.
It's like that. I'm a caring parrot.
Hey, at least you came back.
See, Chirpy?
Jesus.
Look, I'm not that bad. Gaslight my own pet.
So yeah, Andrew, what would Mako be doing?
Trying to figure out how to get into that meditative, balanced state, so that I can activate it while in the heat of combat, while I'm not as focused as I can be while not in that. If that makes
Okay.
words, please. Just
Could you roll me with focus? Then?
passion.
Focus, please.
Passion?
Good
7.
try.
Success with consequences. Mako,
shit.
you okay?
Yeah. Sorry.
Mako, you have spent a little bit of time trying to connect with that ability to call lightning and to use lightning. And as you focus, you feel that connection once again. And as lightning begins to crackle across your fingertips, you do get the sense that you could call upon this in moments of combat. Yeah, we were going to add to your book lightning bending. Have we done that yet, or would you like me to add
No.
that now? Okay, we'll add that as a...
Add that
okay.
now.
That's right, I can do it right now, pretty sure. From in here, GM override. I should be able to add a take a new move from another playbook. If I do this, I should be able to actually force it onto your thing. If I can't do it now, I will do it later. I'll
Cool.
essentially get that all set up.
I can probably do it in edit. But yeah.
Yeah,
Continue.
see if
Continue
you can
for
jump in. But yeah, you can add lightning bending from the moves. It's one of the moves that's listed. You can now access lightning bending in combat.
Ooh.
Cool.
Brandon, what would Rung be doing during this time?
I'd say he's probably trying to win over Chirpy again, and probably just hanging out with like Shurva or Al, just taking it easy. I think not too crazy.
Alrighty. Could you please roll me with harmony to see how well you do winning Chirpy back over again? I've got a
8 looking great.
8, looking very average, but still enough.
I'll take it.
Yeah, well, you will, because that's the role you did. As you spend some time trying to get Chirpy to show you some love and care once again, it takes a bit, but Chirpy eventually does move towards you and nuzzle into you before giving you a forceful but not painful nip on your fingers.
Oh, it's a love kiss.
It's definitely
I
not.
understand it. No, that's just I'm seeing he's got love nibbles. These are not love nibbles, and it's okay, buddy. We're all tougher and we're all wiser from this situation here. You more so, but me also a little bit. We're all better people for what happened, and that we forgive each other, Chirpy. Now we can go on adventures together, and you can attack. You'll be an attack Chirpy, so a nibbler like that. Can I train Chirpy to be an attack bird?
Is this gaslighting?
Definitely not.
I think I am.
Definitely not.
No, you can't be an attack Chirpy. Damn. Well, I'm
Alrighty,
happy
and-
from be a friend, Chirpy.
And Bree, what would Shurva be doing?
Reading through the scroll I have on the Kyoshi fighting technique.
Brilliant. Could you
In preparation.
please... Yeah, no, perfect. I think that's a really, really good idea. Could you please roll... I'm going to say with focus. Oh, perfect. Yeah, that works out well. Yeah, could you please roll with focus?
I have a +2 to that now.
Oh, brilliant.
I didn't even need it. I got 14.
14. As you read through the techniques that the scroll shows, this is the scroll that you took all the way back from the library.
The library,
Wan
yeah.
Shitong's library that you stole from Wan Shitong's library. As you read through the scroll and begin studying the techniques there, The movements at first seem a bit unfamiliar, but as you focus on them and begin looking through, you realize that a lot of the combat stances and the movements between for this this fighting technique involving the use of fans is actually not that dissimilar from what you do with the whip and how you were trained with using the whip. In fact, there's a lot of very similar core movements that are shared between the two. And as you focus, you get the sense that you could probably, if you were to spend a bit of time practicing this or have someone spend a bit of time going through with you, you don't think it would take you too long to have this be a practiced technique. You may learn the, I think it's fan fighting from the move book, but we'll figure that out once we get to Andrew's moves as well, so you can pick up a new move from this.
There isn't any.
Is that the fighting
in there.
technique catalog? Is that what we're looking
Yes,
at?
yeah.
Yeah. There isn't anything for fans under
That's
weapon.
okay.
So
I'll add one.
there's
not a problem.
3 for lightning.
Oh, okay.
There's lightning, redirect lightning, which I don't think is the right one.
No.
Then there's arc lightning and lightning blast.
It'd probably be arc lightning from the
Channel
memories.
lightning through your body against a closely engaged foe, marked by
Yeah.
fatigue to inflict a condition. They are also stunned.
Yeah, definitely arc lightning. Definitely.
Cool.
And
The other one looked really broken.
lightning blast.
Um,
Yeah, I remember that one.
I'm like, I could just woo. Just
Bree,
destroy.
I'll make that as a homebrew move and we'll add it to the fan technique.
Okay.
Brilliant. As the journey continues on and you find yourselves flying over the edge of the coastal line that separates out the Earth Kingdom from the Eastern Air Temple, Mango begins to tire and you find your pace slowing somewhat. As Al guides Mango down towards the edge of the forest, you can see that the water here, there's no beach, it's actually sheer cliff faces, but Al nimbly and very carefully flies Mango around the edge of some mountainous areas towards a patch of not too dense forest, but fairly close together woodland that is positioned all the way almost up to the edge of this cliff face. And as you land and take stock, there's a small stream running over just towards the south of where you guys are, and the clearing that Al lands Mango in looks to be possibly used as a camping site in the past. You can see there are the remains of old campfires set up in the middle of the clearing. You get the sense that probably this is a place where air nomads have stopped before, given that Al sort of leads you guys straight there. He takes the supplies off Mango, gets the saddle off, gives Mango a bit of a break, and begins setting up camp as the rest of you gather around and begin getting all your things together as well. Rung, you feel a slight tremor under the earth. Just for a moment, this very gentle shuddering that as soon as it's there is gone again. The others don't seem to notice this.
Look over at everyone else. How heavy of a tremor did it feel? Did it feel like, say, like a blast in the mind, like certain feet below? Did it feel like a stampede sort of thing? It's just like a light rumble.
Very light rumble.
Yeah, they're not doing anything particularly.
No,
like...
the rest of the group seem to be gathering the supplies off the back of Mango, setting up camp.
Fluffing
I'm
up my
guessing
pillow.
Marco's lit a fire and then is fluffing his pillow.
Look over at
He is a
Mango's.
bit- he is a
Mango
fluffer.
like beating his tail on the ground or anything.
No, Mango seems to actually be lying down, curled up a little bit, with her head tucked under one of her legs.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay. Just call out to Marco.
Yeah, what? Yeah, okay. I walk over awkwardly, confused.
Question, brother.
Oh, okay,
Feel
yeah.
any, Feel any rumblies? Any rumblies? Not in the tummy, but like on the ground. like a rumble, and like someone blasts a shark.
Are you asking if I
and they
can
cut the mines below?
feel or hear any rumbling? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, that.
I wait a second.
No, don't.
No. Like I wait a second and look. Like I'm just like
Really
waiting. No, I don't hear
You
or feel
don't
anything.
feel anything.
No, it's okay. No, don't worry about it. It's fine.
You okay?
It's just been the earth. Yeah, I'm good. Earth shifting thing. It's all right. Don't worry about it. You're doing something busy over there. I'm just gonna sit here and chirp you for a little bit, and I
Okay.
I sort of stamp out like a bit of a bed out of the earth beneath me, and put a very light sheet over it. Just lay on there. This is going to be my bed tonight. To try and get as much contact with the earth beneath me, and just try and see if I can get a feeling for anything. Just watching out for another one.
Could you roll me with focus, please, Ron? You sound very focused.
8, looking great.
8.
I'm very focused on this.
As the rest of the group continue getting their camp ready, it's not too long before the sun has begun to set and they pack up and to sort of tuck in for bed. And then suddenly, just as you're getting ready to give up, you feel that gentle rumble again deep beneath you. And as you focus and listen, you swear you can hear almost like an echo, as if there's a pocket or a hollow section not too far beneath you.
Yeah.
We
Doesn't
don't hear
feel very
anything.
far. Like I could probably
No.
get down to it.
Just Rung can hear this. What was that? Sorry.
Do
what
I-
was that, sorry, Ben?
Do I believe with my knowledge of getting underground, it would be hard to get down to where I can hear this sort of like
Oh,
excavated area?
I mean,
underneath
you're a pretty talented earthbender. You don't think it'd take you too long to dig a bit of a tunnel?
I'm gonna tell. Can everyone see me where I am? Like everyone knows
Oh
where I'm
yeah,
at.
yeah, everyone can see.
Okay. All right. Okay. Cool. I'm just going. Hey guys. Just noticing a bit of a rumble in the ground here. You guys haven't been feeling anything, have you? Nothing like your feet. You don't feel like a bit of a. It's like a vibration that goes through your entire body. Like you can really tell when something's happening. No one else is feeling like that.
Nope.
Have you been checked? Have you seen a doctor lately?
Well, I thought it might have been a bit of like, when you're on a boat and you get that
Yeah, like
boat
that-
leg
yeah,
kind of thing.
like-
It could have been like that with. That's not that. It's not that at all.
We did just come
I
from
think there's something
very
on the
high
ground.
up, so like, is it sure it's not like an altitude thing?
I'm not the best with getting things right when I'm up, but on the ground here, I can feel there's something beneath us. I was just thinking about doing a bit of digging. If you guys don't have any
Sure.
issues with.
Go
You do.
dig.
You do.
You do you. Yeah, just dig away.
Perfect. Make sure my hair's all tied up. Toji pin that bad boy in there. Right. Shirt off. Don't want to get that dirty and tight around my waist. All right, guys. I'll be back in a second. I'll just go
Don't
over
want
to
to
the
get
area.
it dirty.
It is.
Ties it around.
I start going. Boom. Just trying to just clear out chunks of earth.
It only takes you 20 minutes, Rung, as you begin bending out a tunnel on a little bit of an angle to walk down before the end suddenly collapses in. And as you peer down into the darkness, you realize you've hit into that hollow spot, maybe 20 meters down. So it's a decent distance down. And your tunnel is pretty long at this stage. And just as you're peering into the gloom, suddenly you see a very faint light.
Alright. I didn't bring a torch or anything with me, did I?
No, probably
Of
not.
course not.
Okay, good. Yeah. No, I was just.
You didn't
Although
remember
it's
turkey
pretty-
existed for
One-
months.
The problem is,
One
right, you
step
couldn't have
forward,
held the
two steps
torch.
back.
You would have had to have had someone hold the torch for you because you need both hands to earthbend effectively.
Yeah, come on. He knew that. Come on.
Yeah, I was just double checking the things here, but I can see like a light. Like, is it kind of like I've just sort of like made my tunnel there, and like the walls sort of like collapsed off, and I can just see
Yeah,
like, just a
exactly.
faint light
Yeah,
in the
this
distance.
faint light flickering in the distance inside this hollow cavern.
Pretty dark in there, I'm guessing.
Pretty dark. Otherwise, yeah.
Pretty dark. Does it look like? Can I assess situations if it's getting closer or moving
Oh, you
further
bet.
away?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let me at it.
I think
I'm
there
gonna
was some.
give him a best peer.
You could make a really long line of fire.
A really long line of fire.
Yeah, like
How
a
long?
really long. Oh, it goes on forever. It's like super long.
What was that, Ron?
Lightning instead. Seven.
I know, it's a
7.
really long whip.
As
that's
you
on fire.
peer into the darkness, the flickering light almost looks a little bit like torchlight. Did you have a specific question you wanted to ask?
I was just trying to see if that light was coming closer or going further away.
Yeah. As you
Well, that's wondering.
concentrate and look, it does seem like the light is moving a bit closer. Definitely. Reflections off the
Surprise.
walls and
Yeah.
floor. Yeah.
I'm gonna shuffle up my little tunnel, trying not to make too much sound, and alert the guys, let them know someone's traveling beneath and the tunnels below.
The rest of the group are up on top enjoying some dinner, sitting around the campfire, probably having a bit of a chat as Rung sort of emerges up and goes, "Psst."
Trevor, what are you?
Guys!
You excited to go to like the island?
What do you
Mouth
want?
flicking
Wrong.
rocks.
Run.
No.
Run. What?
Found torches beneath here. There's like a whole tunnel system beneath us, like about 20 meters deep, nice clean tunnel, well built, a couple little steps in there so you're not going to slide all the way down. And I see some torches moving beneath. I reckon you guys might be pretty good to help me out here. If you not ruining your dinner.
So you need
I can do it myself.
So
Yes.
we're gonna go down there, break
Yep.
a hole in the wall
Already made.
into a tunnel that belongs to
Already there.
someone we don't know.
Don't know how many.
Don't know how many. Could be
Yeah.
a nice person. They could just
It's
be
coming
living their
closer.
life.
People don't really just live their lives under tunnels.
Didn't you live?
It's either doing the work or they're
Multi-
doing some shit.
Didn't you live underground for a bit, like as part of like?
We're not here in a town, are we? Like, there's no town here. We're sort of like
Oh
just
no,
out
you're out in the
middle of
wilderness. Yeah.
nowhere.
With,
Yeah. Usually there's a mining town nearby that. Usually not just people wandering around tunnels.
I mean,
in the
I'm
middle of
just
nowhere.
giving you all the reasons we shouldn't do this, but I'm 100% down to do this. Like
Hey,
Maybe-
at least we could just like
cards on the
we
table.
could just watch. We could just watch.
No,
We just
we'd
wanna
have
see.
to.
They're coming closer.
That's weirder. Just watching's weirder.
It's not weird.
Well, I'm gonna watch. If you guys want to watch with me, I'm keeping Tom in this right now.
I'll watch with you.
How many people can watch through the hole you made?
Good. Owen.
How many people could fit through the hole side by side? You're going to be walking down sort of one.
No.
at a time.
How many people can watch through the hole?
Oh, it's a very deep hole. You're not going to be able to see too much down there. You're going to have to be getting deep into the. As I said, it's 20 meters down, which means Rung's tunnel is easily.
No,
30
like the
meters.
hole into the cave.
Oh,
like
as in
the-
how many people could watch through it? Ah, if you guys are all just standing there, piled up on top of each other, all of you can just look through it.
Cool,
Yes.
done.
Oh, sweet.
We're fucking gonna regret this, but let's go.
All right, let's go. Now, as I'm like creeping them down there, like, okay, so if it seems like we're gonna be too.
Should I
seedy,
make a fire so we can
I
see
can
where
put
we're
up
going?
a part wall. Wouldn't do that. You're okay. Trust me. Just trust your feet. Put your feet in the ground. You'll feel where you are. Trust me. It's well built, well made. Now, if we need, I can make a bit of a barrier up, so it's just a little slither, and we can peek over the little barrier. So if we don't want to
I
be seen,
feel
it's like a big open square.
This feels
That's
illegal.
Okay, cool.
No, it's not illegal.
Failed badly.
It's only illegal if you get caught.
As you guys
Exactly.
shuffle down the tunnel that Rung has dug using earthbending in complete darkness, occasionally tripping over things, occasionally scuffing your feet, making a bit of noise.
Ah, fuck!
It's very dark. Hands outstretched, feeling either side of the tunnel to keep in a straight line. It doesn't take too long before you guys can too see this flickering light. It's not as warm orange or red as a firelight would be. There's almost a bit of a greenish blue kind of tinge to this flickering light.
Does it? I can't remember. The ghost we saw.
Yeah?
He had a lance.
It reminds
Did
me
have
of
a lance.
What color was that? Shit. I can't remember.
It was like
I think it was the
greenish
same
blue.
color, right?
It was like a ghost. It was a ghost.
Yeah, it was the same color.
As you
Yeah.
get to the edge of the tunnel and peek around the corner, you see a man, an older gentleman,
Yeah.
with a long staff, a lantern hanging from it, flickering with greenish blue light, dressed in robes that hang loosely off him, sitting on a rock in the middle of this large open cavern. And as you guys peer in through, his head snaps up and immediately looks towards where you guys are. And as he leans on the staff, pushes himself upright and looks forward, he goes, "Ah, there you are. It's been some time since we last spoke.
Hi again.
Hello, my young friends. You've been on a bit of an adventure, haven't you? Picked up a new face along the way, I see." As he looks over towards Aquila.
This is a killer. He's great.
Have
So it was Al and
Have we
Oki that
met?
didn't see him, yeah. No, Oki saw him. So
you've met
it
him.
was Al and Shurva didn't meet.
Yeah, Shurva's
And we
never seen
didn't
this guy
believe
before.
you.
No.
Yeah, Shurva did. Hey, see?
We thought
Yeah.
you were making shit up. We were
See?
like, no way.
Yeah, see? He's real.
I was like,
No one
"Guys,
believed us
guys,
that you were real.
There's a dude standing in front of us who looks exactly like that person that Mako and Rung were lying about."
I ain't lying about it because he's real. You are real, right? We're not seeing
Oh,
this together.
I'm very real. Yes, of course. How could I be in front of you talking to each of you if I wasn't real?
Who are you?
I pop
My
out
name
of the
is
tunnel.
Ruler.
Ruler.
Yeah, see? He's
R-U-L-A.
a king.
R-U-L-A. No, that's a connection you've made.
Yeah,
He
yeah, no,
has never-
I'm sticking to the connection. Don't worry.
No.
Does Mako say this out loud?
Sounds like it.
Yeah,
I'm
We're
not.
just
I'm
actually
not
talking
a
about you,
king.
ruler.
the king or the ruler.
No, I'm not a king.
Who exactly are you?
I'm a man.
He's
Just
the
the
man that gave us the lotus token, right?
Oh yeah.
So
There's
you
a
play
long,
Pie Show.
winding series of tunnels underneath the Earth Kingdom, if you know where to look. The badger moles constantly making new ones. I wander these mazes beneath the Earth Kingdom.
Everything's lagging.
My camera just
How I
died.
heard you was
It's fine.
laying down and I felt a rumble. Were you rumbling or was that a badger mole rumbling?
Oh, that would have been one of the badger moles. This is a fairly new cavern. I can sometimes get the badger moles to go in a direction if they are feeling amenable to my inquiries.
Are you here to see us? What are you here then for?
I could
Oh, the
feel
badger
there
moles?
was. Could feel you coming close. 3 of you have had contact with the elemental spirits.
You're not here to save Chirpy.
Points
Okay.
at Mako. You points at Shurva, and then he sort of looks over at Arl and goes, "And you."
He was just recently, weren't you, Al?
Yes. Hi. We're like, our mission. We talked to you about this last time.
Oh yes, to calm the elemental spirits, undo that terrible mistake.
Wait. Will it undo everything or just calm the spirits?
Well, by calming the spirits.
It'll
You-
undo the wish.
Oh no, I
Okay.
don't think the wish should be affected. If anything, what
Okay.
you're doing is to stabilize, to
Okay,
correct the
cool.
problems the wish has caused.
How old are you?
That's
That's
a
a
very,
rude
very
question
rude
to ask.
question to ask.
Yeah,
Sure,
ask this man how old he
Yeah.
is. Clearly, he's like 30. He's a very young man.
Old enough to know that keeping count of one's age brings nothing short of misery. I
Mako was
prefer
trying to tell me you're like over 100.
Oh, I could be, yeah.
Yeah,
You stop
point is,
keeping
he
count
stopped
after a
counting.
while.
See,
Shurva, as
Shurva?
you peer through the gloom, he doesn't look that old. He looks like he's in his late 60s tops. It's hard to see any of his features. The way that the lantern shines light and the way his robes and hood sit up around him, really all you can see is just his eyes, these very dark brown eyes peering out from underneath the hood, lit up by the lantern. You can see that he has a beard, a white beard that is well kept and groomed with some braiding on either side. But yeah, it's hard to make out any more details. He's also barefoot, I should say, and underneath the robe it looks like he's wearing green coloured clothing, very similar to
So he
Rung's.
also peed on himself.
I mean, or he's an earthbender. Let's not get
all earthbenders pee on
Pee on
themselves.
Not all earthbenders pee at themselves, just me.
But everyone who pees on themselves is an earthbender.
I bet you peed on yourself. Are you an earthbender?
Or a baby?
Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna say to him, like, we asked Avatar Roku. We recently had a little stint in the spirit wilds, purely by accident. He wasn't sure about who you were, but he said spirits can potentially hide their true self, and I was wondering whether or not what I'm seeing may not all be you.
can you grant me a wish?
No.
No.
Surely. That's gotta be.
Do it. Do it.
That's gotta be a. Thank you, Bree, for updating chat. Updating the. Nah, surely you've learned your lesson by now, young Mako. In answer to your question, Rung. Interesting that you've had a conversation with Avatar Roku. How did that come
Business
about?
Let's start it upside down.
lightning.
No, I'm not going there. Basically, that we had a bit of a stint with the air spirit, and it lightning us over to spirit wilds. And just to be
And then we had like
lightning
a
dust is the verbatim, I think.
struck by lightning. Sounds very frightening.
It's very, very
Even though the
frightening.
chances are so small.
This is going to make things a little more complicated.
Then we were running to who was he?
What do you mean?
We were running to what's his face?
Yavu.
Yavu. He was there,
Oh, my friend.
balling it up with all his tentacles.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And then we met Roku.
We met
his
Roku.
dragon.
He was cool.
And you mentioned me to Roku specifically.
Well, we don't know your name.
Didn't
so...
remember your name.
Why
I've
would
been-
it matter what we've
I've
spoken
introduced
to a
myself.
spirit?
Yeah, but we thought that's your title.
Ah, well, that's interesting, isn't it? So, you've spoken with Rook, but he doesn't know my name, and he's not sure whose involvement.
No, we told him about the tablet, and he said he didn't know.
Excellent. Good. Very
What?
good. Well, this makes things a bit more simple.
Wait, what? How's it?
Yeah.
Why is that good?
What?
What things?
Yeah, I don't know if this is good anymore, Ruler.
The
What's going on
Avatar.
here?
The Avatar is one who resists change. Always, they want things as they are.
Does he have any clouds on him that are facing the same way?
Any clouds on him that are facing the same way?
Yeah.
No, you can't see any symbols of the guiding wind on him.
Okay, that's a start, I guess.
You can't see them on him.
You can't see them
It's
on
the
him.
phrase you can't see them.
He's got a chest tattoo that's just like a massive chest tattoo that's just covered.
Well, you can't see any.
You can't see any.
You can't see any.
A tramp stamp.
There's none visible to your eyes. There's so many ways you can say things as a DM. There's so many ways you can say things as a DM where people are like, oh, great. And you're like, oh, I didn't deny it. I just said you could.
He's just got a tramp stamp on. Fuck.
Yeah, no one ever takes a
You have
transplant.
nothing to worry about.
We're thinking
I'm here
of-
to help.
Help with what?
Who?
Well, I have no interest in the world falling apart as a result of your dangerous and thoughtless actions, Mako.
What's your opinion on the guiding
Oh,
wind?
glad you
We're
said
thinking
Mako.
of joining them.
Who?
Like, they've got like a.
Okay, I see where
podcast-
you're going with this.
For
Keep
podcast
going.
listeners, Rung is very confused by this sudden revelation from Mako that he wants to
Because,
join
And
the
like,
Guiding
Archie.
Wind.
They're like their symbol represents unity and moving together as a group, and like
And
so far, like,
resisting
they've-
change.
and like yeah, that's just
I don't know who this group are that you speak of. The Guiding Winds. That sounds like some air nomad nonsense.
it sort of is. It's like sort of like a bit of this, a bit of that, mainly air nomads, but like a bit of this, ever that.
How do you feel about the Dai Li?
The Dai Li, they're an interesting one. They have a little area under Lake Laogai.
Oh
I think I mentioned that before, didn't I? The tunnels that extend all the way.
Yes.
They also seem to use these tunnels that the Badgermoles have dug. But they have no love for the Badgermoles. They block up their tunnels, push them back. I try not to run into the Dai Li whenever I happen to be traveling underneath Ba Sing Se. I find their presence there disruptive.
Don't
What's
think
your
we like a
stance on
daily
language
either.
tags?
Most definitely does.
No, I try not to draw the attention of the daily when I am traveling through the Basing Se tunnels.
And what's your thoughts on the Queen?
That comment.
Queen, the Earth Kingdom nobility have been a arrogant, pompous, wasteful lot for a long time.
Yeah, that's it.
That's right. I'm not going to argue with the monarchy. Mm.
No,
Okay,
I
so
think people should argue with the monarchy.
What exactly is your agenda?
yeah, so like, who are you aligned with then? Jesus.
I'm aligned with you lot. You want to stop the consequences of this wish damaging the world? I want that as well.
Yeah, but outside of that, like, you can't just be like,
What's
I
it
don't
mean for
want-
you?
Yeah, like,
We're
you
really
gain
happy.
out of
So
it.
what do you get out of this?
Besides from the world not ending. But-
I don't see how any of that's your business, to be honest.
Look, honestly, a lot
I
of
just
people
wanna
are
make
trying
sure
to
we're
like,
on the
do a
same
lot of bad
path.
stuff. So we're just trying to figure out if we're working with someone who's trying to do a lot of bad stuff, or like the off chance you're actually pretty good.
You've been very helpful, but
So
I'm
far, you
just-
seem pretty
I know
good. But we're just
spirits can
like,
be tricks to you.
Are you
he
a good
took someone's
person
arm
or a
off.
bad person?
I'd like to think that I'm a person who tries their best to be good.
I don't know
see,
about
like I
that.
did that, and I caused
That's cool.
this.
If
Yeah, but
you
he's got some more
were to
experience.
describe yourself as an alignment, would you be neutral good, lawful good, or
Chaotic.
chaotic good?
I get.
I
the
got this
sense-
quadrant graph.
I get the sense that, judging by how you're questioning, you're concerned that you might not be able to trust me.
Yeah,
Sensing-
I'm not concerned. I don't trust you. I just don't
Like,
trust
we
you.
trusted you up until the point you were talking about Avatar Roku and being like, good, he doesn't know who we are. Like, that was the
A little sus.
like the tipping point. Like, you know,
It's wrong to think that the Avatar is good. The Avatar is a man or a woman, subject to the weaknesses that men and women have, and subject
Okay, but-
to the will of the nation, in which they most
Separate
feel they
issue.
closely align.
Separate issue is why are you so concerned about Roku knowing who you are? Who are you to him?
Avatar Roku and I have never met.
So why
I
does it matter if he knows
personally-
your name?
I personally have no interest in Avatar Roku.
Okay.
I want to make sure he has no interest in me. Even in the spirit wilds, he could be problematic.
Problematic how?
Avatar is a beacon for people and for spirits, and attracts all the wrong sort of attention.
And how does
I
that affect
am-
you?
I'm less concerned about Roku, more concerned about the attention he might bring me in my actions if his attention
Okay.
were to fall
What
on me.
actions?
no,
I'm like holding a light up against him.
no. This makes sense. This
You're like detective. Where are you? Monday, 24th of June.
This is me having trouble with my balance. Nowhere near trust.
And I was gonna say, like,
I'm acting pretty fucking in
Live up to it.
character.
think
Trevor, take a step back. Jesus.
No.
Did a man
It's
some room?
understandable that like you don't want to gain the attention of the spirit wilds. Like, look what we did.
What actions would he be trying to hide from the world?
well, my presence here for one.
Present?
Interfering is generally frowned upon.
Like, he's over 100 years old. Like, come on.
Interfering with what?
He hasn't died,
You
or he has died, and he's just sticking around.
helping you on your journey, giving you direction. For example, I might know where you could go to help locate something
Something.
which cannot...
Something that we're not looking for?
Exactly,
we're not looking for?
something that
Yeah.
you're not searching for.
Why not-
If we're not
Precisely.
looking
Why
for
would we
something,
look for something that we're not
Probably not.
looking for?
if
Don't
we're not
worry.
looking for,
Yeah,
hey,
no,
if we're not
we'll-
looking for
I'm not
something,
looking
where would
for
we go?
that.
If you were
I'm not looking
to...
for it too.
If you were to be in a certain location, you might stumble across something of interest.
It's it's really not important. But go ahead, yeah, just tell us.
Your journey westward. Keep on the path. I'm not sure where your plans are, where you're eventually hoping to stop. But I would recommend heading to the city of Omashu. It It's lovely this time of year. There's all sorts of
Is that
interesting
going there?
places to go. And
It's
interesting people to
almost
see.
like Owen playing Al really tried to get us to go to Omashu and we didn't. So now he's introduced another character to tell us to go to fucking
No,
That's actually completely irrelevant. It's just because it's like the main thing on the map that people remember, and so like to try and give you guys a landmark to align to. It's not very good me being like, oh, you know, in the episode where like Zuko asks for the sky to strike him with lightning. You know where that was on the map? And you guys are like, no, I don't even remember that episode. Omashi's like the second biggest city in the Earth Kingdom. It's the easiest landmark I could point to as a reference point. So I was only using Omashu in reference to where the swamp was. I was interested in Kyoshi in the swamp. Yeah, I only used Omashu as a reference to the general area.
I smell railroading.
I don't.
How dare
I smell
you.
an olive branch.
I smell us derailing every 2 seconds, every chance we
look.
get.
Yeah.
So, like,
Not us.
honestly,
Yeah, we need it.
I see the branch. I take it
yeah.
from the creepy cool dude.
Hey, you don't have to trust this guy.
I
trust
don't.
him with-
I
I
know.
trust him with my
I trust
life.
everyone.
I trust him with
Honestly.
my life.
Ah, good. Wonderful. No, he doesn't.
Akila's-
He doesn't.
Akila's just like, why are we trusting him? What is he talking about? What aren't we looking for?
Who is this man?
And why are we aligning with the
The random
Why-
old guy.
All these questions.
why are we aligning
Just
with the
go.
guiding wind? What's happening?
Yeah.
I don't remember agreeing to that.
Don't worry about it.
I remember on the
Hush,
trip
Black boy.
we said, man, the guiding winds suck.
Remember all that puppetry you did? That's what we're doing with you right now.
Yeah. It's just like a whole lot of.
When you arrive at your destination and explore the surrounding areas, I wonder if you could take my lantern with you and make sure it's with you.
So you
when
are giving us a gift.
Yes, giving you a
Wait.
gift, my lantern. If you could take it with you and make sure that it's with you when you explore the lovely city
Why?
of Omashu.
But how will you see?
How will I see?
He has dark vision.
It is true sight. That's
60 feet.
60 feet of true sight. Come on, guys.
Very, very lovely of you to worry about me stumbling through these tunnels in the dark, but you'll be pleased to know I have more than one lantern. And I'm not talking about this lantern, the large one on my stick. This smaller lantern. And he pulls out a small gold lantern, only about sort of 15 centimeters tall, 10 centimeters wide.
And what's that in inches for the American group?
No, you need to change your system. You should be on metric. If you want me to transfer to inches, you can absolutely go fuck yourself.
It's not about how big
Okay,
it is. It's
Google.
how you
What?
use it.
How many?
Get onto metric. No, there's no excuse. We are in 2023. What are you doing on the Imperial
30
system?
30 inches, right?
Or a group of people envision.
Okay, Google, stop.
Yeah, that's not. I don't think that's. I don't
15
think she's answering.
centimeters is the average penis size.
Cool.
Yeah, I know. I've googled.
15 inches. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Centimeters. How do
No?
you keep your lantern lit?
This one doesn't need.
Yeah,
to
what
lit.
fuels it?
Oh, my larger lantern.
Yeah.
Oh, I use a special type of gas. Burns with a lovely incandescent light that is less disruptive to the badger moths. They
What
find
kind
the
of
sight of
gas?
fire disturbing. Oh, you can find all sorts of pockets of gas down in the mines. The trick is gathering it up and
You do.
pressurizing it.
How do you do
If
that?
we
You're not
would-
an airbender.
No, not an airbender.
You don't need an airbender to capture gas.
How do you
I
I
guide
use some
those
bellows. He
winds?
pulls out a small bellow. I just use these bellows to suck up and then push in.
I swear I'm not
How would-
hearing properly.
How would ruler? How would one befriend badger moles if it's like you seem to get along with them okay?
Approach them non-threateningly, provide them with some food, keep your
We're
distance.
not good at those things.
Try not to approach them if they have young with them. They have quite protective parents. And make sure that they get used to your scent over a number of weeks and associated with the smell of food.
Weeks.
What's
It
their
takes a
favorite
while
food?
to earn the trust of such a beast.
You know
Wait,
that
what
favorite
beast?
food?
Badger moles.
I've heard they
Last
like
time we fed
music
it,
as
like,
well.
spicy candy.
I've
What
heard
kind
tales
of
that-
music?
I've heard tales that they like music. I don't think it's a specific type. I think the vibrations,
Like
the sounds, they enjoy. They're not completely blind, but they can see a little bit. But they use
Dwarven
their
metal.
sense of
That's what they
hearing.
like.
Do they like
Cool.
singing bowl music?
I think you could say that they
Probably.
like rock.
Yes, thank you.
Music.
Yeah, it's low hanging fruit, and he went for it.
Fist bump.
Congratulations on scraping the bottom of comedic barrel.
I'm here every Tuesday.
Nothing but the best of the lost
Unfortunately for you.
Also, badger moles are just always just so down to earth. I don't.
Oh god! All right.
All right, that's enough. End the game.
I was
You're really digging a hole there, Andrew. Come on.
Aside from
that's
those
enough.
questions, what else? Like last one about the badge moles. What's their favorite food?
Favorite? They enjoy fruits. Often foods they don't get access to very much. Most of the time, they eat roots and tubers underneath the earth. But
They would like a
large
mango
insect
tart.
creatures. Oh, maybe. There's not many creatures who don't enjoy a mango tart, except for obligate carnivores. Yes, most creatures.
Would
do
you like a
enjoy-
mango tart?
Oh no.
What you don't like?
What do you eat down here?
Oh, I take care of that sort of
Better
thing.
question. Do you
Sup-
eat?
Oh, yes, of course. Everyone does.
It's true.
Where do you poop?
Okay,
in the
that's that.
tunnels.
Yeah, now you're getting personal. Now you're getting
Just-
too personal. Okay.
Just in the tunnels, of course.
Yeah, let's maybe leave the tunnels.
Drop a
Not
pan.
this tunnel.
Another tunnel.
I only thought of that because he was like, everyone eats, and I thought of everyone poops.
Well, you lot have a bit of a journey to go on. Who will take my lantern? Mako?
Yeah, I'll take it.
He's a fire boy. He can take it.
Look after this. Treat it carefully, please.
How do we light this lantern? How do we fuel this
you
lantern?
don't need to light it. No, you don't need to worry about that. Just keep it with you when you.
There's already like a
you
little bit of
explore.
fire in the tip of my finger.
Oh, you'll have some trouble. You won't be able to open it.
Oh,
Then what's the point of having it?
Oh, it'll open when the time's right.
When is the time right?
When
When
you've
the
done a
time's
good,
right.
good explore around Omashu and enjoyed the sights and sounds.
Who is this cryptic old man?
This cryptic motherfucker.
This is Ruler. Ruler. You know Ruler.
Oh.
he's 20% cooler. Don't worry, that's a reference no one will get.
Good luck. Maybe I'll see you in the tunnels again
Old
sometime.
man.
I hope not.
Just ramble and I'll dig a
I'll,
hole.
I look forward to seeing you again.
With that, he stands up, turns, and begins walking off down one of the other corridors that branch out from this open cavern.
Sweet.
Alrighty, with that, you
right.
guys head back up to the surface, head back to sleep. Probably a bit confused, some of you, a bit
Yep.
angry, others.
Who doesn't have questions that I'm going to answer?
Me.
Okay,
Who
how many of
doesn't
them do you
have
think I'm going
questions?
to
Oh,
answer?
great, well, there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, no questions, cool.
Perfect. Okay.
Right.
Well, on that note, we will wrap up there for tonight, and we will come back later to explore what that all meant. Thank you so
I
much.
wanted to ask him more questions, but I forgot them.
He asked him like 30 questions.
That's a lot of
You
questions.
interrogated that motherfucker.
Where do
Where are
you
you born? Who is your
I
father?
forgot to
Who's your
ask
dad and
him
what does he
why
do?
he was saying that Mako and I have been touched by air.
He didn't say that. He said you had an interaction with a
Just
spirit.
We've just been
Oh,
touched.
yeah, whatever. But you know,
On the dot. Where on the
I
dot?
wanted him to tell us more about what it all means.
You should have asked him. That's a real shame.
I know.
We're the chosen few that have.
Instead, you asked him where he poops.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like the full spectrum. It was a no holds barred interview. No bar
Look,
holds.
Good
I just
answer
wanted
the
to get to the truth of the matter and find out who the fuck he was and why he knows what he knows.
But did you though?
No, I'm
Well, we asked
left
him
more
questions,
confused than when I started.
Excellent.
He
The
was
only
like
thing I
well,
learned is that
sucking and
he
weaving.
exists.
On that bombshell, it's time to.
Told you we exist.
Thank you so much,
Oh.
everybody. We will be back tomorrow night for Return of the Giants, our brand new D&D 5th edition campaign. There won't be a Saturday morning stream because it will be Easter, so please enjoy your lovely Easter breaks. And if you're listening to this recorded, I hope you had a lovely Easter break. Still figuring out what's going to be happening with Curse of Strahd on Monday. I'll let you know. I don't know yet. I don't know what time I get back.
All right.
So, until then, stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you all again next time. Goodbye, everybody. Bye.
See ya.
Andrew, wave.
Thanks for chilling.
Andrew,
I'm waving.
Andrew.
He's
Andrew's
not
waving
waving.
too.
Rude.
Andrew,
I'm
wave.
waving.
See you
I'm
guys.
waving.